handling of the board. He's over there.
I'm making a little extra money tonight.
Okay, by being a technician. All right, I like that.
Yeah.
It's going to sound a little different for you tonight as you listen to the ball game. We don't have the third man in the booth. Tony actually is off tonight. Coleman and Brandon Brooks are over doing the Callaway game tonight up in Pepperell. Up around Rome, Georgia. So that's a nice little drive for them. But as we're doing the game tonight, we're in this gorgeous booth. If you've ever been to Carrollton High School Stadium, it's just a gorgeous place. They have a really professional press box that we're inside of. The hospitality here is remarkable. They do a tremendous job. But one little drawback is that we're in a sealed booth and don't have a chance to get a microphone outside for the crowd noise. So we got some of our friends up here. We're going to get them to kind of yell and when something good happens. But we do have the Carrollton band's on the field. Tonight is their homecoming, so they got some festivities they're going to get started with. But, Greg, as we look back to last week, the Tigers took on Sandy Creek, lost that game 21-31, but it was really a closer ball game, I think, than that score indicates. And I think about the last two ball games, Woodward Academy, Sandy Creek, and both of those, at halftime, we looked like we were very much into those ball games, but just the second half kind of gets away from us a little bit. And tonight, if we're going to beat a team like Carrollton, who is down, this has not been their strongest year.
But they're still Carrollton.
They're still Carrollton. Mm-hmm. And we've got to come on strong, and we've got to play the entire ball game with that same intensity.
I would agree. We were actually the last two ball games, both against Woodward Academy and Sandy Creek. We went into halftime leading both ball games, and really up until the last drive, even after the interception with a minute 30 to go, which put them up by 10. We still got the ball back, and with 54 seconds to go, we were still driving inside our 30-yard line or inside our 40-yard line. So, there was still opportunity there. So, Sandy Creek really didn't expect that out of the Troup Tigers, and nor did Woodward. And Woodward came out with a 5-person spread offense and really took it to us the second half. And I said one of our weaknesses is our pass secondary, right. And I think they tightened that up last week against Sandy Creek. But at the same time, that's still something that we've got to work on.
Well, you're exactly right. We don't want those guys getting behind us. A good running game, though. Our corners tend to come up, play in the box. We got to be careful of that. But I think about this Carrollton team. Carrollton usually they've got at least 10 wins on the season at this point. But they're not doing well at all. You get distracted. There's so much going on. Bless poor Greg's heart. There's too many things for him to look at. He can't pay no attention to me.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening. I'm trying to help my brother out over here. Get him on TV, and I can't get Nicovia. She's too busy looking at the number 30 on the yard line. There's nothing out there, Nicovia. She's the technician. Let the technician do her job.
There are
some. Well, I'm kind of an assistant technician tonight.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back to my point about Carrollton.
Yes.
Carrollton is down this year. They have really been surprisingly down.
Yes.
Usually you might expect them to at least be 500 at this point, but they're not at all.
No. Fayette County 2 weeks ago actually beat them 33-7, and you fans think, Fayette County, man, yeah, I knew that. When I saw that, it's like, wow, is Fayette County that good? They may be. But I don't think that Carrollton's that bad. I just think that obviously nobody can reign as championship caliber for 40 years. I mean, when I say that, you can have a winning season. I mean, Dalton High School had like 45 years winning seasons, but that doesn't mean that you can go 6-5 one year and have a winning season.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're championship caliber. And I think Carrollton may blow us out tonight 42-0. But at the same time, they're not having a typical Carrollton Trojan year. Somebody who went to the state championship last year.
Right. Well, you're exactly right there. Let's go and take another quick break. We come back. We got lots more to talk about here from Carrollton High School and Grisham Stadium. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids' finances and insurance? Then let State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Mabel Smith Sharp handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money. Mabel Smith Sharp can help you put toward a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp today and get to a better state with State Farm. Discounts may vary state to state. Joel Upchurch is your Remax Result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702. This week's featured listing is on Ridgecrest Road. It's the crown jewel of downtown LaGrange. This beautiful home has beautiful bedrooms, beautiful dining room, beautiful family room. It is the total package house for $319,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or see the listings at joelupchurch.com.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, live here from Grisham Stadium on the campus of Carrollton High School. And this homecoming, right now they're presenting the homecoming candidates and all the folks out there. And there's a lot of young people down there, Greg.
Well, you know, last week we did the Callaway homecoming, and I didn't realize just how many representatives a school would have. And, you know, in Callaway, the student population is not quite as big as Troup or LaGrange and not quite as big as Carrollton we see here. And it looks like there's got to be at least 30 or 40 female representatives. And when I say female, because in today's society, you never know when you have a male representative for – I guess nowadays they have
stop.
kings.
Just
no,
stop.
No, they have kings, right?
Yeah,
No, they do.
and queens, it seems, too. But, you know,
I'm just saying they have kings. In our day, we had a homecoming queen. That was it. Nowadays, you got to have a homecoming king. It's like, where's that all about?
well, that is. And I know
So
coaches hate
there's-
it, too, because a lot of times it's a football
The
player.
football players were out there. You're right. Like last week, there was 3 Callaway kids going out and escorting, and 2 of them were vying for the homecoming king. I don't know if that's something that we do, and if we do, we must have started it.
We'll
recently.
find out next week.
I guess we will.
As the Tigers will have their home game. Let's go back to last week.
Yes.
Let's actually
Sandy
talk
Creek
football.
Troup football.
Yeah, exactly. Troup jumps out to 6-0 lead. Vanquist Bonner, gets an interception, takes all the way in. We missed the extra point. But really, the Troup looked really good starting at the ball game. Sandy Creek kind of got to work, moved the ball down the field, although we did get the lead going into halftime. Second half, though, it's been a struggle for us all season long. But one of the things I think about is that fourth quarter. We're just down by 3, and Will Smith begins really a nice drive with the team bringing the ball down the field. Forced one in and then down the middle that gets picked off and taken back, and that's why the score is really not really indicative of the play that's going on.
That's right.
But I've talked to a lot of folks this week, and I think everybody wants to be that armchair quarterback, that Saturday morning quarterback that wants to sit back and talk about, hey, we need to pass the ball more here. We need to do more. Everybody's got their own opinion, but we have done well with the running game. The running game has done a great job all season long of getting us where we want to go. But I think, too, it's not a bad idea to begin to look out in the flats, look for those 10, 5, 15-yard passes. Just try to move. Really, it's part of the running game in so many teams today.
Well, it is. It's a lot of coaches refer to that as a balance attack, and of course, your average fan may not see this, but when you come up on the you run your offense, you come out of the huddle, and you all of a sudden see a different defensive formation than you had expected. So you audible, you change a line. It's a continual chess game or cat and mouse game as to, sometimes you run decoys on defense to get them to audible, and then you reposition your defense the last second. So it's a constant changeover, and a lot of fans don't see that. And what you do as a fan, your general fan will typically watch the center, watch the quarterback hands off, and they don't really focus on one defensive lineman. And let's say I'm not even going to pay attention to where the ball is going to go. I want to see what that defensive lineman does. I want to see what that offensive guard. I want to watch the left guard this time and see what movement is going on inside the offensive line. I want to see what that cornerback is going to do. I want to see if he locks down on the wide receiver and just how he takes him. I want to see if that wide receiver is going to stalk block him, and is he going to go for a go route? Is he going to really sell that? And there's so much going on in the game, and it's so easy for us to set up and say, we should have passed it more. But a lot of times the pass just doesn't present itself.
Well, and you've scouted them, you've watched tape, you prepared for the ball game, and you may see that they've got a outside linebacker that's got a tendency to take a step up.
That's right.
You might hit a tight end dump across the middle.
And that's exactly why you scout.
You might be looking at a guy that's going to come across. He's going to try to pinch inside. We're going to pull our guard. He's going to pop him out. We're going to come back inside of him. I can't think of how many times we've seen this season where we get a 15, 20-yard run right off tackle, right
That's
off
right.
the guard, because a lot of times you'll have everybody inside the box, and there's no second group to stop a guy once you get past the linebacker core.
That's right. And fans, I'm not advocating one way or the other. I like a balanced attack. I like throwing the ball. If you're going to run 60 offensive plays, I like throwing the ball maybe 25% of your plays. I like throwing it 15 to 20 times. Give that balance. It doesn't necessarily have to be 50-50. We were talking about coming up about the Washington State quarterback. He's due to set a record this year. It's number of passes thrown, number of yards gained in NCAA. But yet they got a losing record.
Yep.
And then we look back at the old Washington counties who they were 3 yards in a cloud of dust and win state championship after state championship.
Well, yeah, in our day, watching Alabama or
yeah.
Nebraska or some of those teams, they passed the ball? No,
Yeah.
they just kept running the ball down the field.
I think a lot of teams have changed the game so much that the fans are starting to expect a lot more balanced attack. And I think some of the coaches are moving in that direction, especially if you've got the quarterback can do that. And if you've got the offensive line that knows scheme blocking, and if you've got good hands as far as a slot back or some wideouts. So it takes the proper personnel for sure. And I think that's you're starting to see that a lot.
Let's go and take another quick break. We'll talk about that offensive line and our starting lineups when we come back. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixins to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Car won't start? Or does your problem sound a little more like that? Come to Stanford Automotive to get your car in tip-top shape quick with a reliable team of automotive specialists. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186. 66 Youngs Mill Road in LaGrange. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claims service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.MalloryAgency.com.
Products not available in all states.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Grisham Stadium here on the campus of Carrollton High School as the Tigers are getting ready to take on the Trojans. And Greg, they got the band out there. And they're man, I tell you what, they're beating us tonight with the tubas.
They're an 8-tuba band.
Wow.
And
on the Greg Hicks scale of bands.
But again, they have it looks like a 200-member band, and you got to give them credit for that. There's the flag corps looks so Caesar-like, white and gold and Trojan-like. So, but I still will put our band up against any band. We're small, but we're dynamite.
Well, they do a tremendous job, and of course, we might get a chance to talk to Johnny Band a little bit at halftime. They're getting their festivities getting ready to go on down there. But this is a big night for the Tigers. Important region ball game for them. If we have any hopes of going to the playoffs, we have to win tonight, and then take on one of the next three ball games, be able to beat either Fayette County or Whitewater. But at the same time, this is a big night, really across our area with some games. I know our sister school, LaGrange High School, got their homecoming tonight as they're taking on the Shaw Raiders there at LaGrange High. That'll be a big ball game for there as LaGrange's offense starting to get a move on, starting to move the ball down the field. Of course, we mentioned Callaway. They got a big region game. They're up in Pepperell, a game that they're expected to win. They're expected to win pretty well in that ball game. But another big one we got tonight is Whitewater and Sandy Creek playing tonight.
Actually,
Whitewater Academy. Sandy Creek, excuse me.
We got a top 2 teams in our region playing, and they're playing at Sandy Creek. So, for the folks that keep up with high school football, know that's a tough match. It should be a good ball game. But again, Coach Kendall said week after week that every game we play is playoff implications, and sure enough, I mean, tonight we would love to win. I'm not saying that we're out of it if we don't win. With a 16 region, you could feasibly win 2 ball games and come in 4th seed. But we'd rather win 3 wins and perhaps go 3-2 in the region and perhaps maybe come in 3rd seed.
Well, you feel sorry for Carrollton because after us, they've got Sandy Creek and then Woodward. So it does not look real good for them finishing out. Fayette County, they'll have us next week, and then they'll end up with Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek themselves, they've got Carrollton next week, and then Fayette County, and, of course, Woodward Academy tonight. Of course, we mentioned what the Tigers have. So, things are kind of lined up there. Go Whitewater real quick. They've got Fayette County tonight. Then they go to Woodward and, of course, take on us. And then Woodward Academy, they're at Sandy Creek. They finish up with Whitewater and Carrollton. So, this SEC of the high school football ranks has really proved itself to be exactly that.
You're right, and again, is it? Yeah, it's not imperative. It's not a back to the wall. We got to win tonight, but we want to come over with a win. I don't know, guys, if any of you out there listening and you have the stats as to when the last time the Tigers have beat the Trojans, whether here in Carrollton or whether at Callaway Stadium in Troup County. It'd be nice to know when's the last time we handed them a loss, and it'd be nice to hand them one tonight. And I think with the talent that we've got, with the right attitude, we come in, and yes, their Trojans are a down year, but let's also give our Tigers credit. You fans that have kept up with the Tigers all season long, and I've talked to many fans over this past week and talked to Coach Kendall each and every Saturday morning. We're this close. And when I say this close, I've got my fingers about a half an inch apart from being undefeated.
Yep.
A play here, a play there, a ball bounced our way one way or the other, and we're undefeated.
Well, just walk it back. Let's start with Harris County, 28-21 in that ball game all the way down, and almost come away with a win. A late touchdown going into the halftime because they kind of messed us up there. We had the loss to Carver, 41-43 against the previous year's state champions. I mean, we were right in that ball game.
That's right.
But just the ball bounces one way or the other. Of course, the Woodward Academy game leading at halftime, Sandy Creek leading at halftime. So these are ball games we were in for sure. So really, all season long, it has been a team that has had some opportunities. We just got to capitalize on those as we get ready for this year. Let's take one more break. We come back. We get ready for kickoff as the captains are about to come out of the field. We'll let you know who's going to get the ball and all that kind of stuff. But right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Attention! Attention! If you are currently an active duty or retired vet, or if you are employed by a school or university, you qualify for supplier pricing. Step into a 2014 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE for $29,886 or a 2014 Chevy Cruze LT for $18,963. Come in and save thousands at All Pro Chevy, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC on New Franklin Road in beautiful LaGrange. All Pro Auto Group, where the customer always wins.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hi, welcome to State Farm.
What's up?
Hi, I want to switch to State Farm, but my husband has a hard time letting things go. He's stuck in the 90s.
Not.
Well, if you do switch to State Farm, I can save you $500.
Raise the roof.
Switch to State Farm for your auto insurance, and you could save on average $500. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Stuck on savings? Go to the Square in LaGrange or call Matt Orr, your State Farm agent.
Average household savings based on 2012 National Survey of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troop Tiger football.
Looking up, just realized that Greg doesn't have his glasses on tonight, so I don't know if he's going to be able to see much of anything.
Oh, I can.
You see the field, but
the field is good. Up close is the problem.
Right
Hey,
now, the captains are getting ready to come out. Greg, who we got over on the far side, captain?
well,
tonight?
now you're asking me to see before they turn. It looks like, based on his walk, we've got senior quarterback Will Smith, who is shaking hands with the side judge. And it looks like we've got number 13, Jonathan Foster, and
70.
along with Mitch Mathis and Van
28.
Bonner.
You always want to send Mitch out there if you can.
Well, he's an imposing figure.
I mean, that's not somebody you want to say, oh, my goodness, I'm going to have to hit this boy tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, while they're taking the field out for the torn calls, let me go over the starting offense. I mentioned a couple of changes tonight. Brandon Barrington at left tackle, Jorge Benitez at left guard, Hudson Newton will be at center, Mitch Mathis at right guard, senior Jason Hernandez at right tackle, Travis Johnson, as usual, at tight end, does a great job there. Ken Truitt will be getting a start tonight. He's a sophomore. Dexter Shealy as well, along with Cameron Russell and, of course, quarterback Will Smith. On defense, we've got Tristan Thompson, O.J. Ziegler, Jason Hernandez will be going both ways tonight. Austin Carter at linebacker. Jadarius Smith, Jonathan Foster, and Eli Patrick will round out your linebacker core. Quintero McDaniel getting a start tonight instead of Say Sanders, along with Emmanuel Trammell, Vanquez Bonner, and a free safety Jamal Wilkerson.
Right down there on the field. Carrollton has won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. Let's see if the Tigers, which I would assume would want the ball to start the ball game. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. The Tigers will be driving from left to right, headed towards the scoreboard side of the field. They will receive to start the ball game. In just a moment, we'll get things kicked off. Let's take one more break. When we come back, we got kickoff live here from Carrollton on Eagle Sports.
Touchdown! Great teams bring together skill, the right equipment, and ongoing support. It's a winning combination. At West Georgia Health in LaGrange, our highly rated teams sport medical expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and comprehensive support services. That's why our heart clinic is leading the way in cardiovascular care and ranked in the top 10% of all U.S. hospitals for medical excellence. West Georgia Health is also accredited by the Commission on Cancer and brings together the latest in diagnostic and treatment protocols. When it comes to keeping you healthy, West Georgia Health is on your side. From quality outcomes and advanced procedures to community education, we're in the game for you. For more information or to review our playbook, visit wghealth.org. West Georgia Health. So healthy together.
Now back to more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troop High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Carrollton as the Tigers will be receiving to start the ball game. Back deep for the Tigers. Vanquez Bonner back there. Also, let's see who that is. Number 25 is back there, Cameron Russell. So they're looking to see this ball be kicked deep as they've been scouting out the Trojans. Trojans are dressed in their black jerseys with the gold pants, black helmets. Tigers in their away whites with the gold pants tonight. And we're ready to get things kicked off here. Ball rests the 40. They approach the ball, and there's the kick. Nice high kick as we indicated. It's going to go all the way to the end zone. He's going to step back, and they're going to bring it out.
Well, we got illegal motion by Carrollton. So they'll back that up 5 yards. So instead of kicking from the 40, they'll back it up to the 35. And
might see a return.
And that time, who was it? Was that Cameron Russell or?
Bonner caught that ball.
Mess Bonner caught the ball on the goal line. And, of course, he was looking over to the umpire to see if he was good to go out because I think his heels was inside the goal line. But so you're right, Jack. Feasibly, we may get a return on this one. It's so important. We talked about coming up, and I know we were joined by Mike Rayford tonight. He's a good friend of ours, rode up with us, and his son Carson is a 9th grade kicker. And we were just talking about how important it is to really work on the distance and the strength at the high school level to get it in the end zone because you got an automatic 20-yard line start.
Hunter Mowers reverses, and he's back deep. There's the kick, more of a line drive kick, picked up by Bonner. Bonner will go to his left, up to the 25, still on his feet, trying to get to the outside. He does to the 30. Shakes off another man, gets to the 35. Nice return as he took the ball all the way up the field. The Tigers will have the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Mess Bonner takes the ball on a high bounce. He's able to jump up and pick it up about the 15, 16-yard line. He advances it all the way out. Really some good moves over toward the Troup sidelines, out to the 41-yard line where the 36-yard line where your Tigers will start 1st and 10 on their very first possession tonight. So good job on the return by the return team tonight.
So here we go. Smith will be in the quarterback. Everybody checks their wrist, make sure they got the play right. They'll go into center. Smith takes the snap, comes down the line, makes the handoff. Going to get a couple of yards out of that. It's going to be Cameron Russell, the ball carrier, picks up 2nd down.
Cameron Russell getting the start now at tailback tonight. Normally Cameron will be out at the wing back, the slot guy. He's able to pick up about 4 yards, 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 as they mark the ball on the 39-yard line.
The split man wide to the top end of the field. That's Tremaine Tolbert. Smith checks his line. He'll have a single back in the backfield, wing to the left, slot to the left side as well. Russell will go in at that slot back.
Trojans in a basic nickel package on defense, and as the Tigers look to adjust.
Here we go. Smith back under center, takes the snap, goes down the left side, makes the handoff, and not a lot there as that was read out pretty well. We got a flag down on the play. We got delay of game against the Tigers. Now, do they have a play clock up here, Greg? I don't see one.
That's what I'm looking for. Now, I don't really see it on the scoreboard. You would think as nice as this campus is and stadium that they would have one, and they may. We just don't see it.
I think Will didn't see it either because the 25-second clock went off, so it's going to be 2nd down. But now it's going to be 2nd down at about 13. Smith back under center, comes down the line, and is going to keep it and be taken down right as he gets to the outside. So I'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a good job by the Trojan defense, and they scraped off our right tackle and really got Will before he could pitch it. He had Cameron Russell in the pitch lane and was about to pitch it out, and they kind of wrapped his arm up so he was unable to pitch. And I believe if he had made that pitch, we'd have had some positive yardage on that. So we're looking at 3rd and about 13 as the ball's got to get out to the 46-yard line for a 1st down.
Split backs this time for Smith. He'll roll out to his right, looking, got some time, throws the ball, and it's going to fall incomplete, intended for Tolbert. Tolbert went after the ball, and it goes right through his hands. So we'll have to punt the ball away. So Smith will stay on the field and back up to do just that.
Just on a little seam route by Tremaine Tolbert, he was hammering hard, driving off on the corner. He pushed it down about 12 yards. Would not have been enough for the 1st down had he made the catch. He was about 3 yards short. Got to pay attention to that yard marker to know where you're going to go.
Whoa, high snap. Smith gets it, steps up, gets the ball off quickly, takes a Tiger roll across the 50 to the 45, down to the 42-yard line. Man, we barely got that one off, Greg.
Yes, tremendous pressure. Not only was the ball high, and Will had to jump probably at least 2 feet off the ground just to get it, but we was on a tremendous rush, and Will, good athlete that he is, was able to get it off and kind of a line drive kick and got a positive roll. Yes, you're right. The Trojans will take over on their first offensive possession on their own 42-yard line.
You know, if you're scouting out the Tigers, you're watching film on them, that's actually a place where we've had some trouble. They've almost blocked a lot of kicks on us this year, but so far we've been able to get most of them off. So now here comes Carrollton. They're on the field now. They're moving from right to left. Hand off in the backfield to the tailback, number 2. He's going to be hit and wrapped up after a gain of about 4 yards. He's named Jarvis Terrell.
Off the right tackle, initial hit made by Emmanuel Trammell, finished up with Jason Hernandez and Austin Carter from his linebacking position. Play picks up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 as the Trojans move the ball out to the 46-yard line. So initial opening drive from the Carrollton Trojans. If you've just joined us, just underway, 9:47, no score in the first quarter of play.
Shotgun set for the Trojans. Again, the handoff to the tailback. He cuts inside. Man, he's got some running room. He's now across the 40. Down the field. He can fly. He may score. 10, 5, touchdown for the Carrollton Trojans. And, Greg, we talked about at the beginning of the game, they may be down, but this is not a team that you can discount at all.
No, you can't do that. Trojans come off of a little cross in the backfield, a crisscross option in the backfield, comes off on the left side, and he quickly cuts it back to the right side. And our over-pursuing Tigers, then he cuts it back to the left, and he's off to the races from the that was about a 54, 55-yard touchdown run. And right up the gut of the Tigers. That's really not happened a lot to the Tigers this year.
Christian Ramirez is their place kicker. He's going to put it up and through. So with 9:30 left to go in the first quarter play, the Carrollton strikes first, 7-0. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back, and Greg, I'll tell you, Carrollton looks like Carrollton after that first drive, just 2 plays, and they go into the end zone from the 41. They're going to kick the ball off to us again, and I'm expecting this kicker to probably put it in the end zone.
Well, in due respect to Carrollton, I can also say that the Tigers did not look like the Tigers that we've been accustomed to all year. And I jokingly said during a break that, I said in the pregame that depending on the attitude, it's either a good thing or bad thing. Well, we have to wait and see about that one.
High kick, going to go all the way into the end zone. We can't jump up and catch it, and we're going to bring it out from there right at the line, up to the 15, to the left side, to the 20, 25. Nice return all the way to the 30, a 30-yard return for the Tigers.
Some of the coaches are going over there helping up Vanquez Bonner. What a tremendous return. Vanquez actually jumps up and catches it in the air on the goal line. The umpire, the white cap, says, you're good to go, and Vanquez is able to, for a second tremendous return, all the way out to the 35-yard line. So a 35-yard return. The Tigers in their quick hurry-up offense want to try to get something done quick.
Slot to this near side. Split backs behind the quarterback, Smith. He waits, takes the snap, comes down the line. Quick handoff, and they're going to be right there reading it. And they're going to drive us back. We're going to get forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, brings up second down.
I mentioned about a cat and mouse game and trying to fill the other one out. And, of course, they've gone to the right side now. All the offensive plays have been strong right. If you've noticed, they've elected to go over there behind the right guard, Mitch Mathis, and right tackle, Jason Hernandez. And it looks like Carrollton in their nickel package is overloading the right side or the left side of the defense.
Come the Tigers again. They're going to toss sweep back to this near side. We get down to the outside. Cameron Russell doing a good job of getting the ball down the field. He's going to be short of the first down, but we do get some forward yardage out of that one.
He picks up about 5.5 on a little toss sweep again to the right side. Now you wonder if the coaching staff, if they're seeing something that maybe they're setting the Trojans up, go right, and all of a sudden they'll come back with a little counter trap on the inside, which heretofore has actually netted us pretty good yards up the middle.
Even the pass play a little while ago went back to this near side. Smith back under center, split backs behind him. Rolls out, toss sweep back to the far side. Going to get the first down and more across the 50. Good job blocking downfield. Still on his feet across to the 35-yard line. Great job by the Tigers on that one.
And, we just talked about that. Set him up, and all of a sudden a tall sweep back to the left, and Dexter Sheely takes the ball up for a 32-yard gain all the way down to the Trojans' 35-yard line, and that's what we're talking about now. That's that cat and mouse game we talked about, guys. When you set them up right, and all of a sudden, boom, left.
Here we go again. Split backs once again. Smith goes under center. Slot to this near side. Going to hand the ball off to his tailback. He's going to break free at the 30. So about a 5-yard gain for that's going to be Cameron Russell, the ball carrier.
Cameron Russell off right tackle, right behind Travis Johnson, a tight end, and the right tackle, Jason Hernandez, and is able to pick up 4 strong yards as the Tigers now move it down to the 31-yard line of the Trojans. Okay.
Split backs once again for the Tigers. Smith going to go down the line, going to keep it Turn up field. He's going to get close to a first down. I think he's knocked down just short, Greg.
Well, good job by tough-nosed Will Smith. He follows Jorge Benitez and Brandon Barrington, and he decides to keep it this time. They're going to call for – no, they're going to give him a first down, Jack.
Well, all right.
So good job, Will Smith. He takes it, turns up field, sees a hole, no need to pitch, and he picks up 5 yards and a first down for the Tigers as the ball rests on the 25-yard line. And now we talk about the Tigers have a move on their own.
They got a nice little drive moving here. Began it back at the 35-yard line, all the way across the 50 now to the other 25.
One of the things that's unusual tonight that we've not seen all the year is that Jason Hernandez and Mitch Mathis are swapping sides of the line of scrimmage.
We try to go back to the well on the left side. Going to get, about 2 yards out of that one, 2nd and 8?
They'll give him 2 as they move the ball inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. I just noticed how, not every play, but on that particular play, Jason and Mitch Mathis came up to the right side and immediately audible off. They swapped with Jorge Benitez and Brandon Barrington had swapped sides. So the Tigers, second down from the 23-yard line, second and 8. Will Smith up. He toss sweeps out to Cameron Russell to the right.
Great teams bring together skill, the right equipment, and ongoing support. It's a winning combination. At West Georgia Health in LaGrange, our highly rated teams sport medical expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and comprehensive support services. That's why our heart clinic is leading the way in cardiovascular care and ranked in the top 10% of all U.S. hospitals for medical excellence. West Georgia Health is also accredited by the Commission on Cancer and brings together the latest in diagnostic and treatment protocols. When it comes to keeping you healthy, West Georgia Health is on your side. From quality outcomes and advanced procedures to community education, we're in the game for you. For more information or to review our playbook, visit wghealth.org. West Georgia Health. So healthy together.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Had a few technical problems there. Sorry about that. Tigers right now looking at a 4th and about 6 from the 20. Toss sweep going around the left side to Sheely. Sheely fights his way, going to get close to the first down. I think he got across the 15 for it, Greg.
I tell you what, depending on the spot, but I would say he got the first down, but it's so close. I really thought he fell across. They're moving the chains.
Attaboy.
So 4th and 6, a little toss sweep to the left side. You know, we tried right, toss sweep to the left. We've got our biggest gains on the left side. So the Tigers are inside the red zone, actually on the 15-yard line. They can still get another first down inside the 5, so first down and 10.
Smith goes back to the center, split backs coming down the line, going to keep it. And he looked to pitch, didn't turn up inside enough time. He might lose a yard on that one.
One of the things that he almost had that pitch, and it looked good. But I was also looking at Tremaine Tolbert along with Emmanuel Trammell out here, Dexter Sheely out here on this right side. They've got to maintain their stalk blocks. One of the things you don't want to do is let those corners release and catch your guy on the toss sweep. You need to get him on the corner, and that's where you've got to maintain your stalk block.
Smith back under center, takes a snap. Spin's going to toss it to the outside. We got a man going down there, down to the 5, and he loses the ball into the end zone. It's still there. Carrollton's going to get on it. Are they going to say he's down? They're going to say he's down.
No, they're going to give him a touch. They're going to give him a touchback. He actually fumbled the ball, came out of his hands before he went down. And really,
Vanquez Bonner.
What a tremendous effort by Bonner. He takes a toss, goes to his left side from the 15-yard line. He cuts through 3 tacklers and was being brought down on the 1-yard line. And as he's going down, he's reaching out to try to get the ball on the goal line, and the ball slips out of his hands, and a Carrollton defender picks it up about 8 yards deep in the end zone, and so that'll go as a touchback. But again, guys, hey, the Tigers have shown that they can take that ball and drive. Now, what they've got to do is get that chin up and keep these Trojans 3 and out. We can get that offensive ball back.
You think he was trying to extend the ball, or do you think it just kind of came loose?
Actually, it looked like he was reaching out like this, and it just slipped out of his hand.
Just wasn't quite far enough in. So here comes Carrollton. They're going to hand the ball off to their tailback back in the backfield. That's Jarvis Terrell. He's hit pretty hard.
He's going to lose a yard, Jack.
Yep.
That defensive end, Jason Hernandez hadn't come off the field yet, and he started defense, he started offense, and he's the one in on that tackle, him along with Austin Carter and Smith from his linebacking position. Jadarius Smith, again, we mentioned him week after week. He is such a small linebacker, and he plays so much bigger than he is.
The quarterback, Clay Marler, number 13. He'll be in the shotgun set, really a pistol set with the tailback behind him. They'll put a man in motion back to this near side. Takes a snap. Going to pass the ball, a little outlet pass. It's going to fall incomplete.
I was just looking. We had a little slot back in motion. Really, nobody picked up on him. That was Jonathan Foster's responsibility as the wideout had taken Vanquez Bonner deep. Jonathan picked up on him in the last minute along with Jadarius Smith, and they were able to get out there and keep the drag guy from picking up on that pass. Again, it'll be 3rd down and 11 now, guys.
Now, looking at the quarterback, number 13, Clay Marlar, he is 5'9". He's a little guy out there in the middle of the field, but he moves pretty well. They'll put a man in motion back to the far side, so there'll be trips to the top side. Marlar takes a snap, looking, going to throw down the field. It's going to fall incomplete.
Well, yeah, a lot of the fans down here are
will
wondering.
Your agent actually appear and help you out? Yeah, of course it works.
Right, just hold on to another commercial.
Having your own State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when you need them. State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in LaGrange. Call 706-882-0046.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Apologize as we're fighting some technical difficulties. The Trojans are about to punt the ball away to the Tigers. There's the snap. And it's going to be whistled dead before he has a chance to kick the ball. Got some movement in the line, looks like.
It was 4th and 11. Let's see who that goes against. Let's see the white cap, see what his call is. Illegal procedure against offense, so that'll back him up 5. And I stand corrected. Hunter Mowers actually returned that kickoff earlier. We're behind this tinted glass and through not only tinted glass, but it seems like it's a wonderful complex here, Jack. But it seems like every time we've come up here, we've had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That being said, the Trojans set to punt again. High snap, please.
There it is. The snap is a very good one. Laser-like, gets the ball off. Caught back at the 50. Heading up the field to the 45. And he's going to be dropped down at the 40-yard line. But not a bad little 10-yard return. The Tigers will have great field position here.
What a move by Vanquez Bonner. The ball hit, bounced high. He picks it up. He goes left toward the Troop's hash marks and does a 360 turn. He kind of favors that move. He did that last week at Sandy Creek and picks up an additional 6 yards. Tigers inside Trojan territory on their 3rd offensive possession. On their first one, didn't turn out so good. The second possession, they were almost ready to score, and they're inside Trojan territory now on their 3rd offensive possession.
Big key, too, Greg, is we stomped at the Trojans on their second possession there. They ended up having to punt the ball almost from the end zone. So now the Tigers, again, as we mentioned, great field position just across the 40-yard line. Back down the line, handoff into it. That's going to be Sheely on the left side. He's going to get about 2, maybe 3, second down.
Hey, we're going to wear out Mitch Matheson, Jason Hernandez tonight. It seems like we're just going to run behind those 2 big men, 2 seniors who've been on the offensive line now for about 4 years together. And Dexter Sheely just lowers his head and gets what he can get. He picks up a good 2 strong yards. Would love to have 3 to 4 yards out of every run play. But you're right. You make a good point earlier, Jack, where the defense held the Trojans 3 and out and had them punting really from their end zone.
Smith takes the ball, hands off into the line, and they lose the ball. Ball's on the ground. Looks like Carrollton has it.
Well, you hate for that turnover, but I noticed that about the time Will goes to hand it off, he had a defensive tackle grabbing his ankles, which really threw his balance off, and it made it for a kind of a bad exchange. So with all that being said, it looks like after about 3 plays, the Trojans will net about a positive 10 yards, really actually about 20 yards from where they actually they were on the 19-yard line when they punted. Now they're up to the 35. So with that exchange, we hate that we had a turnover. So defense have got to tighten back up again, Jack.
7-0's your score. Carrollton leading right now. 2:54 left to go in the first quarter of play. The quarterback, Marlar. He'll go from the pistol set, with the back standing directly behind him. Have a wing to his left. They'll move him in motion just a little bit to the inside. He's now lined up behind the tackle. Takes the snap, turns around, hands the ball to the tailback. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Not even a gain, I don't think, second down.
Let me tell you something. Austin Carter and Tristan Thompson just stuffed him, and he was still kind of setting up there, and the whistle hasn't been blown. And Jamal Wilkerson from his safety position absolutely just came in and just nailed his clock. And that's what you want to see, good team tackling. And if they hadn't blown the whistle, punish that runner.
They'll put trips to the top side. Marlar will roll out the pass. He's got a man in his face. Throws it across the middle, just trying to get rid of the ball. They had a screen being set up.
I tell you, that screen did not work. Did not work because big number 90, Tristan Thompson, all in number 13, the quarterback's face, put him down on about the 22-yard line. He made him rush his throw, and by the time the tailback turned around and looked, it was already over his head. And so good job by that defensive line and Tristan Thompson along with O.J. Ziegler and Jason Hernandez all in that backfield.
Well, of course, Marler being only 5'9", he almost didn't get over our man's head.
Well, I was down on the field earlier with Mike Rayford, and I said, Mike, look how big Tristan is. He's a tall boy. He just loves defense.
Rolls right, Marler does. This time throws it out to the flats. It's going to be caught, and he goes right out of bounds after he makes the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
Precision route, precision pass there that time by the Trojans as they're able to pick up about 22 yards on that play. On the wideout, just simply had a go route. He was pushing real hard on Emmanuel Trammell, had him off about 4 yards. All of a sudden, he stops, plants, turns right. He's on the sideline, and the ball was waiting on him, and he just tiptoes out of bounds. So nice route by the Trojans.
Here comes Carrollton once more. Going to hand the ball off to the tailback. He's going to try to find something inside. Can't. He's going to be brought down after a loss back to the 45-yard line as one of the Tigers loses his helmet. That's number 36 for the Tigers.
Eli Patrick. Well, I'll tell you what, Jack, there's 2 flags down, one from the side judge there on the line, and you don't know if it was a face mask by Patrick when he tackled him because he actually met him and lost yardage on that one, tackling. But Eli Patrick's hat come off, and all the Trojans are pointing toward the Tigers.
Yep.
Horse collar, it looks like. So Patrick did tackle him high, but in the meantime, his helmet came off.
I just have a problem with that call, Greg. I mean, you're at the line of scrimmage. It's not like you're reaching down the field or you're running an open field, grabbing some from behind and throwing them down. This is inside the tackles. You're wrapping up. I don't like that call, but it's against us. I don't like it anyway.
And about 300 fans on the other side of the field on the visitor sides agree with you, Jack, as well. And when it happens so quick, it's not premeditated, if you will.
No. Again, it's a bang-bang play right there inside the line. They'll roll trips to the top side, hand the ball off to the tailback who's going to go to the right. He's going to be hit from behind. Great job that time by 17 Jamal Wilkerson to make that tackle.
Well, I tell you what, it was a gamble by the defensive coach, Cannell, or Brewer, where he came in. Actually, Cannell, he came in, had Jamal Wilkerson really sneaking up from his safety position. They assumed it was not going to be a pass. He actually took a running start and came around the right side of the defense and was able to turn around and catch the tailback from the behind. And so good gamble by the defense that time.
Quarterback Marler once again from the shotgun set. He's going to try to draw the Tigers off. Now looks back to the other side. Coach, what do I do now?
Hey, that was good discipline by the Tigers because they have been aggressive defense this time, and they were able to maintain their position.
There's the snap. A little bit the liner step they've had. He's going to be tripped in the backfield. A good job by the Tigers.
Tristan Thompson, big number 90. We've talked about him already 3 or 4 times. He bolts through there and with one hand tackles him, put a fist out there, and trips him up. And really, it was second down and 7. Now it'll be 3rd and 8.
You talk about that big old paw being stuck in there. That's exactly what he did. Got that ankle.
Yes, he did. I tell you what, ever since Thompson's moved over to defense, he's just loved it.
Back to the pistol set once more for Marler and his offense. They're going to jump off sides, though, as they're going to get back those yards. Looks like Jason Hernandez actually jumped that time.
Well, again, it could be Jason's going both ways now. He probably needs to take a break, which he is. Hudson Newton's going to come in and relieve him. That'll be some cheap yards there. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.5 now. It was 3rd and about 8. They moved the ball up 5 yards on a cheap penalty. Tigers, we just talked about their discipline on defense and come right back, and the quarterback, number 13, was really excited about that. I think, the Tigers just need to really be aggressive but watch that football.
Here comes Carrollton once again. Going to hand the ball off to the tailback who finds the seam in the middle of the field. He's going to get hit pretty hard, but he'll get the first down across the 25 to about the 22-yard line.
One of the things that we can't hear without a crowd mic and open windows is the emotion of the crowd, and that was one of those quick things. The Tigers were caught on a stunt, and it just when you live by the stunt, sometimes you die by it, and they were able to pick up a first down.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Marler's going to throw the ball out to the his wide receiver is going to get knocked out of bounds, but another actually, it'll be just short of the first down.
Little stab pass out there. Good job by Jamal Wilkerson from his free safety position. He's able to come in and make that tackle along with Vanquez Bonner from his corner position. They were able to put him out at the looks like they're going to mark it at the 13-yard line. So not quite a first down. It'll be 2nd in the yard. And, of course, this is where you really want to go to the end zone because you only got 2nd in the yard.
Here they go. They go head the ball off to the tailback. Nice little draw play there. Get down about the 2-yard line. It's going to be Actually, they did not get a first down a minute ago, so that's going to be first and goal from down inside the 5.
They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. Vanquez Bonner on the touchdown-saving tackle. Both teams really, when you think about it, they're able to move against each other's defense. Carrollton doing a little bit more passing in their balanced attack. That's the end of the first quarter. Carrollton Trojans 7, your Troup Tigers 0.
You're listening right now to Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
At the end of the first quarter of play, the Tigers trailing 7-0 as we're here at Carrollton High School, Grisham Stadium. We've had a lot of hospitality here. Great job that they do here up in the press box. We're able to have some steak and shake. Now we got some little sandwiches out there and some cake. Don't tell my wife I'm eating all this, please.
That's okay.
At least nobody's listening knows, right?
I'm going a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you'll be surprised who's listening.
Oh, I know. She's listening. I'll catch you when I get home. I'll probably get a text in just a minute. So here comes Carrollton. Their quarterback, Marler, going to go into center. Into the line. He's going to roll, keeping the ball himself, and go into the end zone for a touchdown for Carrollton.
The Tigers had basically put 8 men in the box and were stunning in. We're really expecting that tailback to go up center or maybe even a quarterback sneak, and the quarterback was able to do a counter and roll out to the right and just got in the end zone to the right. So the Trojans score another touchdown on their third possession. It'll be 13-0 awaiting the PAT. They're trying a new polecat. They actually snap it, and let's see what happens. And they throw it in the end zone wide open. They'll pick up
2-point conversion.
And again, I see, the quarterback 13 is all happy, as well as he should be. But from what I see from a standpoint, okay, they got a little bit too much luck. We need to regroup, get a timeout. Not really a timeout now. We've got a timeout per se now in the changeover and the kicking and receiving. But hey, let's regroup. Let's pull them together and say, guys, take a deep breath. They're not that good, and we're not that bad. Let's get this thing together because we can play better football than we've been playing.
So we're in the second quarter. 11:55 left to go. 15-0 is your score in favor of Carrollton. Real quick, got a score from our friends over in Pepperell. The Cavaliers leading there 20-0 in the first quarter.
As we said, that was almost a yawner. And, of course, next week as Callaway will host, I believe, Harrison County as they travel to Harrison County last year. I know this is a new realignment, but I think they're hosting. Worst case, they'll travel to Polk County or Harrison County. Harrison County really is kind of like the Spencers and Jordans of that region. They're not that good. So stands to reason that Callaway's got a couple of practice games before they finish out this regular season with Central of Carroll County. But anyway, we've got a bigger task at hand here. Just into the second quarter, the second play from the end of the second quarter, the Trojans scored a touchdown. It is now 15-0, and they're set to kick off to our Tigers.
Tigers have two guys back deep. Let's see if they can keep it in and get a return off this one. There's the kick. My, what a high kick. And it's going to go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
He decided that either Hunter Mowers or or Vanquez Bonner was able to jump and catch it. He decided he'd put a little more oomph into it, and he just did clear the jumping hands, and I want to say it's Hunter Mowers as he goes off the field. And so the Tigers will take over really on their worst starting field position of the night at the 20-yard line.
Because we did not have a return. Exactly right. So Smith will check with Emmanuel Trammell in at the slot receiver right now. Smith takes the snap. Going to roll to his right, looking downfield, going to throw out into the flats. It's going to fall incomplete, falls short, intended for Tolbert.
He was open. He was out there about 8 yards out in the flats, wide open, but Will had a chance to. You had that big old Mitch Mathis that he had to throw over, and that Will Smith rolled out, and Mitch had taken his man, pushed his man out in front of him. We had a good block going, but Will had to kind of throw it over him and just didn't quite get enough air under the ball to get it out to Tolbert. Would have been a nice catch, toss and catch.
Smith's going to toss sweep around the right side. Russell going to get to, wow, he is lit up as he was coming around that right side.
I tell you what, Russell quickly pops off the ground. I know the linebacker for Carrollton is all excited, as well as he should be. But what Bonner adding kind of insults to the linebackers, he just pops right back up and said, "Let's go." When you hit like that, Jack, you kind of want the guy to stay down. So kudos to Russell as he pops right back up on his feet. However, it's 3rd down and 13, Jack.
I would still be on the ground if he'd hit me like that. Golly. Whew.
Well, that's a test to the testament to the tremendous conditioning program the Troup coaches has given to the Tigers all year, and in good shape, good weightlifting. We just got to put it together offensively, guys.
Smith takes the snap, turns around. Actually, that's going to be whistled dead. I think we may have had another delay of game.
All right, if that's the case, that's 2 this game, Jack. And I don't know, I can't remember when, if we've had any this year. We may have had 1, but if so, we can't, any of us remember when we've had a delay of game. It's been such a long time here. We've had 2 really in the first half, which is uncharacteristic. So rather than 3rd and 13 and a half, it's now 3rd and 18. The ball rests just outside the 10-yard line, on the 12-yard line. So the Tigers got to get out to the 30-yard line for a first down.
Shealy's in the backfield along with Vanquez Bonner. And not a whole lot there for the Tigers on that play. We get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 4th down, the Tigers have to punt. Actually, wow, the ball's all the way back to the 10-yard line. And now Smith will be standing right on his end zone line to kick the ball, and you can expect Carrollton to send the house.
As I would, right now Carrollton, again, hasn't had the kind of season. Evidently some of these donors up here that built all this press box got onto the coaching staff, and they decided to do something different.
Smith has to get it off. He's got a hand on it.
It was blocked.
So it's a live ball.
Trojans laid down on it on the 25-yard line, almost gave it back up. Kind of tough. I don't know if it hit a Trojan coming up the field, but a Trojan did fall on it along amongst 2 Tigers. So
it was hit as he got the ball off. They got that there so quick. So now they'll have the ball 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
They're going to show that it hit a Tiger going down the field on the 20. They're going to move it up to the 22. Now he spots at the 21-yard line. So Carrollton would have had it on about the 28, 29. They're going to move it. Well, now they move it back to the 22. So they'll figure it out tomorrow.
We just went after off the internet there. Bling, 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 bling. We're off the air. We're off the air. Carrollton better not score while we're off the air. But they're going to go right, and they're going to bounce it to the outside, and then we're going to hit him.
Invoice pricing. Let's run the numbers. 24.
We're back now a little bit. It's still sporadic.
Price of $19,318. With the latest now, you can roll in. It's sold for only $13. And it comes with his 10-year, 100,000-mile limit power T. And now to the end of October, for every car sold, give the range done $25 for West in your next.
Now back more Troup.
Yeah, maybe.
96.9 FM, 1240 and online, 1023.com.
Welcome back as the Carrollton Trojans are moving the ball down the field. Going to have a flag. I think it's going to go against the Carrollton Trojans. A hold looks like at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, I think they get like 55 or 52, or it doesn't really matter. It's a hold on the Trojans as a Whitecap is telling the coaching staff. Yeah, a big situation like Carrollton with the boosters riding down your neck. Some coaches like that. Some coaches don't. I know the coaching staff's smart enough to know they got to fix their game plan, but they also with a bunch of boosters, and we see them across the way over there with their nice polos and sweaters on. They're not going to tolerate this long.
Well, I got my nice polo. You got your nice sweatshirt on. What are you talking about?
Troup. Yeah, that's right. We're good to go.
These Mud Creek clothes are looking nice on us.
Hey, that we're talking about. That brought to you by the Mud Creek Graphics, best screen printer in Chattahoochee Valley. Yeah, the Tigers really have got to hold these Trojans now. Really, at down 15-0, 2 touchdowns, cannot ill afford to have the Trojans score again.
Empty backfield for them as the quarterback looks to run the ball. He's going to be just wrapped up at the 30, so they'll lose more yardage, about 4 or 5 more yards. So that's 3rd down now and about 20 to get a first down.
Austin Carter got up, and he was happy. He was slamming his fists together, clapping his hands hard, along with Jason Hernandez, and that yet another loss by the Trojans, and that's what we're talking about, the kind of defense that the Tigers need to have. And it looks like the Trojans are going to call a timeout.
They take a timeout. We're going to actually keep it here as we continue to trail in this ball game 15-0 with 9:06. Mentioned a minute ago that we got Pepperell and Callaway there, and now Callaway's leading that game 20-0 in the first quarter. So congratulations to our friends from there. I also want to mention real quick, we mentioned Jason Hernandez. What a great job he's doing, really going both ways tonight. His dad is actually out of the country today. He and one of our friends, Tom Owensby, are they're down in Mexico doing some evangelism. So a really neat opportunity they have to go down there and do some really special things. But I know that he's probably listening to us down there, if he can, to see how his boy's doing on the field.
Hey, the internet works all the way down in Mexico, and we appreciate them doing that. And I know Tom's had a heart and a love for the Lord for a long time, along with Hernandez as well. And so they're down there doing that while we're up here calling these Tigers, which we have a love for the Tiger football team.
Here comes Carrollton. Quarterback Marley's going to roll to his left. Going to try to toss the ball over, and he's going to be caught at about the 20-yard line. Still short of the first down, but a big lick down the field.
Say Sanders came up from his cornerback position. It really had a little drag route. The tight end, really the slot back, had blocked down for about a 2 count and then released out. And the linebacker was going for the tailback who was out in the slot. They're going to try to kick a field goal. But Say Sanders saw the slot guy coming out in the open, and about the time he caught it, he absolutely nailed him. So it'll be 4th down and 8. The Trojans will be attempting a 28-yard field goal.
Well, the kicker definitely has the leg. It's up, and it is good. Synchronized swimming there by the officials.
Took them a while, didn't it?
Had their arms go up at the same time. So they'll add 3 more. So 18-0 is your score with 8:28 left to go in the first half. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Greg, we were talking in the break. Not sure if it's just the homecoming festivities and the excitement here at the stadium, but Carrollton looks like Carrollton tonight.
Yeah, they do. And we were talking at break, and the Tigers they're just not looking like the Tigers so far. And again, hopefully that they can give themselves a pickup because they're moving the ball well. And really, I know the score's not indicative, but they're doing a good job defensively as well.
We take it from the 1 up to the 15 to the 20, still on our feet at the 23-yard line, taken out of bounds on the far side. Flags going out. They have a late hit there.
Oh, yeah. They not only took him out of bounds, but decided to go ahead and punish him. Hunter Mowers, nice return from the goal line out to the 24-yard line. And they'll tack on another 15. That should put it out close to the 40-yard line for the Tigers. As I know, I'm sure the coaching staff with Trojans, even though they're clapping, they're probably not happy with that extra 15 yards, especially if the Tigers can capitalize and put a touchdown on the board, which is really what you want to do on a penalty like that.
Glancing here at Carrollton's record, Greg, they had early season losses to Noonan, to Calhoun, also the loss to Fayette County. But they defeated Whitewater last week, 21-20. So maybe they're trying to turn their season around here, and hopefully the Tigers can turn this ball game around. As now we have good field position across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Smith with split backs behind him. Tolbert wide to this near side. Right down the line of scrimmage, we hand the ball off, and we're going to pick up 2.
Off the left side, Sheely will take the handoff from Will Smith right behind Brandon Barrington, and is able. Actually, they got Tristan Thompson in there now on the right tackle, so he'll able to. Actually, got him playing tight end, but he'll go off the right side and able to pick up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from 40-yard line.
Once more, here comes Smith. They run the same play. Smith's going to keep it, turn upfield, get a little bit of yardage down the line. Good job, Will. He's going to pick up a first down near the 50.
Hey, Will Smith, it looked like he was going to go down. He tripped. It looked like he was going to go down when he turned it upfield. After about a 6-yard gain, he able to put his hand down, and nice balance by Will Smith. He's able to pick up that first down at the 49-yard line is where they'll spot the ball just short of midfield. So your Tigers, again, moving the ball effectively on offense, just can't put it in the end zone. So let's see what we can do this time.
Split backs once again. Will's going to go to this near side, get the handoff, and we're going to be just knocked back.
I'm going to really focus on that defensive line and on the Trojans because they are just right now about 50% of the time they're just whipping our offensive line. I don't know if they're whipping them or if they're just stunning through the gaps and beating us to our slant blocks. But at the same time, they're not giving us anything defensively.
Smith going to toss it to the right side. Russell going to try to get to the corner. Gets across the 50, down to the 45-yard line, knocked out of bounds there.
Oh, very nice gain on a toss sweep. Mitch Mathis, along with Travis Johnson, is able to block their corner out of the way, and he'll pick up about 8 yards. It'll be third down and call it a yard and a half, a long yard and a half. They'll round up to 2 on the scoreboard. So the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're in four-down territory. I think we're in four-down territory, even close to midfield. I don't know that, we call him the Riverboat Gambler, Jack. You've called him that several times. I really don't think that if it's fourth down, we're going to not go for it. But you know what? He's got to hurry up because we really don't know how much time's on the play clock.
Smith going to go down the line, hand the ball to Shealy. Shealy gets the first down, spins down, gets near the 36-yard line. Got a hold on to the ball, though.
Nice job by Dexter Shealy outside, following Travis Johnson's block, along with Mitch Mathis on that outside. And Shealy's able to do a Vanquez Bonner move, a 360 spin, picks up an extra 4 yards. That'll move the change down to the 36-yard line.
Smith and the line. Shealy go the same play, go around the right side, this time inside the 30. Going to be knocked down at the 28-yard line. They'll move the yard marker down there. Actually knocked over the chain gang crew.
Shealy doing what Shealy does well, takes a handoff from Will Smith on a hurry-up offense and picks up another 7 yards. So in 2 runs, Shealy's picked up about 14 yards. So second down and 3 for the Tigers as the ball's resting on the 29-yard line of Carrollton.
Smith back under center. Takes a snap. Backs up to pass. Looking. Got some time. Airs it out towards the end zone. Got a man there. Did he make the catch? Lost it just as he went down.
What a tremendous effort by Tremaine Tolbert as he actually laid out and the ball was in his hands. And I do believe that when he hit the ground, it bounced out. But give an A-plus effort, not only to Will Smith at passing under pressure like that, but putting it right on the money. And Tremaine Tolbert broke open there at the last second and was able to dive for the football. And he's got his hands on his hips, man, thinking, wow, I should have caught that football.
We'll also give credit to the line. Will had lots of time to throw the ball.
Everybody looking at their watches. So, again, they're reading at their watches. Third down and 3.
Smith takes the snap. Comes down the line, hands the ball to Shealy. Shealy fights right, fights left. Going to get short of the first down, I think, Greg. I don't think he's got it.
I tell you what, they're going to mark it at about 2 feet. So it'll be fourth down and 2/3 of a yard to go. So with that in mind, the Tigers are not thinking about field goal. They're not, even if they had a kid that could kick it this far, which would be somewhere in the neighborhood of a 44-yard field goal.
It'd take like a Rayford kid or something to kick it that far.
It could. I tell you what, somebody that's really worked hard in practice to have that opportunity. But I just don't know that Coach Kendall's going to go there. I think he's going to try to go for that first down.
Smith will hand the ball off in the line. We're going to get the first down across the 25-yard line.
Which I really don't. I don't think any of the fans doubted it. I don't think any of the coaching staff doubted it. I don't think any of the kickers doubted it. That's what they're going to do. So kudos to the Tigers. They keep moving the chains, stay in front of those chains as it moves down to just inside the 30-yard line. First down, Tigers. So if you just joined us, Trojans 18, Tigers 0. The Tigers moving the ball well. We've just got to put it in the end zone.
Going to the left side this time, and not a lot there. Maybe I'll go get 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
It looks like, let me see who gets off the bottom of that. Dexter Shealy will get off, and he picks up about 2 yards. And again, we inside tackle left, inside tackle right. All of a sudden we go to a toss sweeps where we pick up our 7, 8 yards at a time.
Smith back down the line of scrimmage, hands the ball to, actually keeps it, fakes the handoff to Shealy, keeps it going off the left side, kind of a read run option kind of thing. Going to get to the 20.
He'll pick up 4 yards, maybe 3.5 yards. They're going to spot the ball at the 19-yard line. It'll be third down and 5 for the Tigers as they're just inside the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And that's the third time we've been there tonight. First time we fumbled. The second time we just couldn't get it done. The third time, let's see if that's a charm.
Toss sweep around the right side is going to be whistled dead.
And let's hope.
A timeout was called.
Yes, good.
Timeout called by the Tigers. So timeout called. We'll take 1, 2, 4:25 left to go in the first half. 18-0. Tigers want to get something on the board before halftime right here on Eagle Sports.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today.
CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
The action continues now with more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troop High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live from Carrollton High School. Tigers taking on the Trojans. 18-0 is your score with 4:25 left to go in the first half. Tigers called a timeout just a moment ago. They're looking at third down and about 5, ball resting at the 20-yard line.
Public service announcement for the Troup County Fire Department. October is Fire Prevention Month. Make sure your fire alarms are batteried up, guys.
When we fall back next week, that's the perfect time to change them.
You got it. So be alert.
Split backs for Will Smith and the Tiger offense. Manuel Trammell in a slot to the right side. It's going to be Shealy, takes an inside trap move, and he's going to be close. I think he's got the first down, Greg, as it's a right foot spot down there.
I tell you what, he picked it up. He needed 5. He got 7. They moved it all the way inside the 15. They're going to mark it at the 13-yard line. So clocks are moving with 4:17 left in the second quarter. Trojans 18, Tigers 0, but the Tigers are knocking on the door, and they're knocking on the door for the third time. But we got to put it in this time, guys.
First thing, we can get a first down inside the 4. Split backs with Trammell going to be a wing this time. Back down the line scrimmage. Smith's going to keep it. Try to get to the outside. Cuts inside. He's inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line.
He takes a lick, but just like Timex, Will Smith takes a lick and keeps on ticking. As he gets up, he picks up 5 yards, 4.5 yards, and that's exactly will take that inside the 10 as offensive coordinator Jay Floyd's in the next booth, and he's calling the plays, looking down to Heath Arrington, relaying the plays in to Will Smith. Will Smith takes him to the line of scrimmage.
Lots of communication going on. Smith back down the line, going to hand the ball off. We're going to spin, get down to the 5-yard, actually about the 6. So a little short of the first down, brings up third down and 3.
Good third down and 3. Cameron Russell takes it up, pops it in for about 2, tackled by 2 Trojan defenders. Offensive line ready and roll. They're back up to the line. We're going with a no huddle, and they're calling a play at the line of scrimmage. So you have to be wondering, guys, if we don't get this first down, are we willing to attempt to put 3 on the board with 3 minutes left in this second quarter of play?
Smith back under center. Takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's going to keep it running behind the lineman. He's going to get the first down there. It looks like inside the 4.
Good job by Will Smith as he went around the big right side, and Jason Hernandez and Mitch Mathis had a good block there, and he follows Cameron Russell and Dexter Shealy. He picks up 3 yards. He only needed 2. It'll be first and goal for the Tigers on the 3-yard line.
2:46 left to go. 18-0 your score. Tigers desperately need to get something going before halftime.
Everybody checking their wrists to see what play Coach Floyd has messaged down to the sidelines as they're been going with a no-huddle offense. Call the play at the line.
Will, back to the right. Going to hand the ball off. We're going to spin inside. Touchdown, Tigers!
He would not be denied. Big Jonathan Foster comes in from his linebacking position, takes a handoff behind right tackle, Mitch Mathis, and Jason Hernandez. Jonathan was picked up at the 2. He jerked out of the grip, fell into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
So 18-6 now. The ever-important extra point about to be attempted.
You know, you just kind of you just know Jonathan Foster, when he gets in there at fullbacks on short yardage position, whether it's at the center, if it's at midfield or on the goal line, the defense got to know that number 13 is going to touch the football. So it'll be a timeout on the field now. Looks like the Trojans may have taken that timeout.
Well, we're going to probably want to see if the Tigers are going to go for 2 here, trailing 18-6. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Attention, attention! If you are currently an active duty or retired vet, or if you are employed by a school or university, you qualify for supplier pricing. Step into a 2014 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE for $29,886 or a 2014 Chevy Cruze LT for $18,963. Come in and save thousands at All Pro Chevy, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC on New Franklin Road in beautiful LaGrange. All Pro Auto Group, where the customer always wins.
Now back to the field for more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Timeout called a moment ago, and now we have 18-6 of the score. Tigers about to bring everybody in. Looks like we're going to go for 2.
Well, I don't think anybody in the radio audience nor in the stands thought that we would not go for 2. got to keep this game close.
Smith going to hand the ball off once again into the line. We do get the 2-point conversion.
And guess who threw the ball to the ref? Big Jonathan Foster. He said, not only, Coach, I'm going to score the 6, I'm going to take care of the PAT for you, Coach. And so that'll make the score Trojans 18, Tigers 8. Much better feeling. And, again, we talked about here in the booth, had this been happening all along, as Mike told us, Rayford chimed in at our break, hey, this would have been a one-score ball game.
Well, let's think back. We were driven the ball all the way inside the 3. We fumbled right there on the end zone. They get the ball and bring it back out to the 20. So there's one missed opportunity. We have the ball and we lose it all the way back to where Will has to kick from the end zone. They get a hand on it. They get the ball at the 22. That's almost, with a team like this, giving them a touchdown.
Yes.
Actually, they end up with a field goal there. Our defense does a good job of holding them out. So we're only down by 10 with 2:24 left to go. Hey, you don't know what can happen. We think about these previous ball games. We've seen other teams get those late touchdowns to kind of build some momentum going into halftime. If the Tigers can get a good stop here, or maybe even an interception or a fumble or something, who knows what can happen.
Well, yeah, and you know that Michael Young is not going to be kicking to the end zone. He'll be kicking to about the 27-yard line.
There's the kick, high kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. They'll bring it out to the 35, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
He did. He kicked it out at the 25-yard line, but they're going to mark it there now, waiting to place the ball at the 35. But, again, that's the strategy. As I talked to Coach Kendall last Saturday, he said, guys, if I had a kicker that could kick it consistently to the end zone, we'd be doing that. So right now the Tigers are looking to build strength in their legs, especially some of those young legs that they've got there, those 9th graders. And, we've talked a lot. They've got Carson Rayford and Cal Foster along with Tiago Ramirez. And those 3 guys are going to be competing tooth and nail and foot to foot, if you will, the next few years, trying to bring out the best in each guy.
Marler going to hand the ball to his tailback. He's going to be brought down the backfield. Good job again by the Tigers.
Big number. I want to say 90, but I see that's Eli Patrick from his right defensive end outside linebacking position. He just took on a blitz, and it'll drop him for a 3-yard loss. As the last 2 possessions, the Tigers' defense have taken care of business.
Back to 2 minutes. They try to draw the Tigers off sides. They look back to the sideline. Get the call from their coaching staff. 1:56 left to go in the first half. Marler, the quarterback, takes the snap. He was going to fake the handoff. Now throws the ball down the field. He's got a man down there. There's a Tiger down there, too. And do we come down with it? Yes, I think we got an interception.
No, it's actually great job by Say Sanders, though. Number 9 is wanting to complain to the back judge, but I tell you what, Say Sanders had just much right to that football, and what a great job as the receiver looked up, and as you can see from this end, Jack, he looks like he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Say was right there step for step.
I thought he'd come down with it. He kind of had the ball, it just rolled off his chest as he came down.
What a break that would have been for the Tigers, too.
So 3rd down and long, about 13 for Carrollton. But we're only down to 1:45. They're going to stack 2 guys up. They're going to try a little draw play in the middle, and nothing doing as that Tiger inside line takes care of business.
Jonathan Foster and Austin Carter, along with Jadarius Smith, on the stop as the clock continues to run inside 2 minutes at 1:32 and counting.
They'll stop the clock as the Tigers will call a timeout.
So good move, good timeout. You can't take them into the dressing room with you. Troup still has 1 timeout. Trojans still have 2. 1:31. Tigers looking to get the ball back.
Well, hey, look about it. 1:31, we've been moving the ball pretty well. You never know what can happen. We talked about that. Get a nice stop there. And the Tigers did exactly that. 30 seconds real quick. Back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids' finances and insurance? Then let State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Mabel Smith Sharp handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money. Mabel Smith Sharp can help you put toward a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp today and get to a better state with State Farm. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
End over end kick is going to go down the field and be fielded at the 36-yard line. And had a little trouble with it. We come down with it, though, and now the Tigers will have it there with 1:27 left to go. 18-8 is your score. The Tigers would like to put one more score on the board if they can.
One thing about Hunter Mowers throughout this entire season, he's been sure-handed. He's really not let us down in the punt return business. He's able to come up, end-over-end kick, kind of tough to handle, bounced off his chest. He's able to drop down on the 37-yard line, which is where the Tigers will take over.
Smith Backs up to pass. Got some time looking. Going to throw a little out pass to the 40. We reverse ourselves, get up the field, and right up to the first down yardage, and they're going to whistle it down there. That is a first down, I think.
Looks like they either that or officials are calling stop the clock. They're going to move the chains. That'll be a first down. Great job by Will Smith and Tremaine Tolbert. Tolbert just was off on a go route, hooked up about 8 yards, caught the pass, turned, and ran for the first down.
Smith back to pass again. Looking, going a little outlet pass to Shealy. Shealy got some running room at the 50. Tripped up at the 45. He'll be short of the first down. Clock continues to tick with a minute left.
Nice little swing pattern inside a minute. Picked up about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2's the ball resting on the 44-yard line of Trojans.
Right back to the line of scrimmage goes Smith and his offense. Backs up to pass once again. Going to throw back out into the flats to Tolbert. Tolbert reverses himself. Gets trying to get out of bounds there. Pulling on his jersey. Gets to the 35. Picks up the first down. They'll stop the clock as they move the chains.
We got a double flag here. It looks like we're going to have a flag on the initial the line of scrimmage, and now we're going to have a personal foul as Emmanuel Trammell's helmet comes snatched off. So it may be personal foul against the Trojans, but we don't know what the original line of scrimmage. We don't know if it was motion on the Tigers or encroachment on the Trojans. But let's wait and hash it all out with 43 and a half seconds left. Trojans up 18-8 over your Tigers.
Will's indicating it's against Carrollton, so let's see what the guy in the white hat says. Got a personal foul against the Trojans. Got a hold against the Tigers. They're going to offset, looks like.
Well, let's see. They may mark them both off. It could be 10 one direction and 15 in the other, and that's exactly what they're going to do, Jack. They're going to move the ball back to the 45-yard line. Don't get quite.
Now, that's not an offset. Wow, okay.
Well, now he actually motioned personal foul on offense, which is, maybe Emmanuel Trammell was the one that, did that. They're all coming together in a huddle. It's like, checking it out to make sure. And because typically, as you know, the guy that retaliates is normally the guy that gets called on it.
But if it was they indicated that Carrollton had a penalty. Then they indicated the Troup had a penalty, but they did not mark the Carrollton side off.
So he's, umpire's calling it off. He's, I don't know what sign language is, but at any rate, the Tigers at the 45-yard line, their own 45, and they've got to go 55 yards in 40 seconds.
And they're going to have some motion in the line. I think that's going to be against us.
And we don't have any timeouts left, so we've got to really manage the clock good in that we've got to stay on the sidelines. We've got to, at this point in time, we're going to almost, when you hate to do the home run ball, but you're almost forced to do that now.
Or at least two doubles.
You got to hurry up the line of scrimmage. The clock's back in running.
Smith will go under center. He'll roll out to his right, steps up in the pocket, throws down the field. Again, that same kind of short pass to Tolbert who goes out of bounds. They're going to say he got the catch right at the 50.
Hey, that's going to pick up about 8 yards. It won't be enough for the first down. It'll actually be 3rd and 8 as the Tigers had lost a couple of penalty spots. But that does stop the clock with 25.7 seconds close to midfield at the 49-yard line. So the clock will not start until the snap of the ball. So the Tigers have a little opportunity to think about 2 plays.
Jamal Wilkerson wind out to this near side. Smith back up to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it. He's going to angle to go out of bounds. He does just short of the first down.
Wow, tough Will Smith. He sees an opportunity. He runs up, and I know he was thinking that when that number 4, that corner was beating down on him and Will's going out of bounds, he had to think, what if I just nail him real quick and still go out of bounds? I don't know, smart move. That shows the maturity of that young man through the years that he's grown up as a quarterback. This will be his 3rd season starting, and you really do like to see a 3-year starter at high school.
Smith backs up to pass on 4th down. Going to swing it out to Shealy. Shealy makes the catch, gets to the 40. He's upended. They'll stop the clock as they move the chains.
That's right. They'll move the chains. The clock's 14.3 seconds left. The Tigers got to hustle up. Even if they back up and slam the football on the ground, they've got to get – that's what Will's saying. You want me to do that, Coach? You want me to do that, Coach? The clock's running. Do something, Tigers. The clock's running. Do something, guys. You don't have time.
Smith back under center. Takes the snap. Going to back up to pass. Waits. Going to air it out towards the end zone. It's a wobbly pass, and it's going to be intercepted back at the 2. That'll be the last play. They got to bring him down. He finally goes down back at the 14. I think the ball may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, Greg.
It may have been. Again, my issue wasn't with the tip ball or anything like that. It was the fact that we could have run at least 2 plays, and we were out of timeouts, and I don't know what we were thinking. We just we just got caught in a situation. Bad situation. At any rate, halftime, Carrollton Trojans 18, your Troup Tigers 8. Still very much in the ball game. Still very much confidence, Jack. And you listen to the audience that we can move the football and we can stop them on defense. Let's go in at halftime, make some adjustments, and we'll come back talk football in just a few moments.
All right, so the Tigers trailing 18-8 here at halftime. We're going to take one more break, and then we're going to our halftime spots. Right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Joel Upchurch is your Rebanks Result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702. This week's featured listing is on Ridgecrest Road. It's the crown jewel of downtown LaGrange. This beautiful home has beautiful bedrooms, beautiful dining room, beautiful family room. It is the total package house for $319,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or see the listings at joelupchurch.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks. We're here at halftime, 18-8. We're going to step away again for just a second. They're making some changes down the field. Let's go into our halftime spots. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Hey, man, my car just broke down. I need to call a towing company.
Well, then you should probably call a towing company.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I need to call a towing company.
Right, a towing company. You should call a towing company.
Man, come on. I'm trying to tell you, which company should I call?
Oh, call a towing company.
Oh, call a towing company.
A towing company. 706-882-8399.
A towing company. 706-882-8399.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
The all-new, all-pro Hyundai in LaGrange is offering the All-Pro Advantage. Friends and family pricing on all-new Hyundais for everyone. Save thousands. With 0% financing on 2014 Sonatas and Elantras. Purchase a 2015 Sonata for only $20,899. All veterans receive an additional $500 on top of our already low prices. Visit us at 1405 Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange, or online at allprohyundai.com. The all-new, all-pro Hyundai, where the customer always wins.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, and we're here at halftime as they're got the ladies out there. The actual homecoming court, they announced all the folks at the pregame, but now the young ladies are out there with all their bright colors ready to step across the field. And, of course, they'll crown the homecoming queen. They'll do that at the Callaway Stadium next week for the Troup High School Tigers. They have homecoming there. We'll try to get a score also for the LaGrange game in just a minute as the LaGrange High School Grangers are having their homecoming. They're taking on the Shaw Raiders. Maybe we can also get a score on the Callaway game as our friends are up there at Pepperell. Actually, I'm looking at my phone now. I may have one here, and I just need to look at my messages.
Hey, if any of you guys have an update on Woodward, Sandy Creek, or maybe Carver, Harris County, feel free to text us. For those, I kind of hesitate to give my number out to everybody. You might be mad at me.
Don't do it. Hey, give them the Mud Creek number. 41-0, the Cavs over Pepperell at the half.
Wow.
Nice to be able to. We could borrow a few of those points there. Be happy to have that. Let's really quickly, Greg. We'll walk through just the first quarter of scoring real quick and tell you about how that went. We began with the Tigers. They did not win the toss, but they got the ball to start off the ball game. Nice return, actually, up to the 36-yard line, but we ended up having to punt the ball, just kind of a 3-and-out, punted the ball down the field to the 42. And one of the things that, Greg, you and I have noticed that the Tigers have struggled with is our line is very porous. The folks are getting back to Will Smith pretty quick. Almost as soon as the ball's getting back there, he's got guys in his face, but he does get a good punt off to start things off. Carrollton, though, they come from the 42. On their second play from scrimmage, score a touchdown. 7-0 was your score early there in the first quarter. Then, hey, we started coming back down the field. Vanquez Bonner had a great 35-yard return in the middle of that drive. Dexter Shealy with a big 32-yard run. We're driving the ball all the way down, got inside the 10-yard line. Vanquez Bonner takes the ball on the left side, tries to extend the play, reaches out, maybe try to do maybe a little too much, and the ball comes loose. They get a little touchback. They bring it back out to the 20, and Carrollton gets the ball. I guess that's really the first opportunity that we missed, Greg.
That's right. We were there moving in to tie up the football game, showing that, yes, our first offense or the defensive section wasn't as good as we've done in the past, but our second offensive possession, we were moving the ball in and really doing a nice job. We were strong right, and all of a sudden we toss sweep left, and we had some good moves and was able to gain significant yardage. And like you said, Vanquez Bonner, great moves. Actually, Cameron Russell, great moves, and was able to stretch it out at the 1-yard line. And I believe that the ground didn't cause a fumble. I believe it just slipped out of his hands as he was going down. And Trojans recovered as a touchback, and of course then they took over the football.
It's one of those situations though where I think really he was just trying to do a little too much. You kind of had you watch plenty of pro games, college games. You see that guy that extends the ball, kind of right at the pylon, able to pick up the touchdown. I think maybe he just been tackled there at the 2. We could have put the ball in the next couple of plays. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the Tigers gave up the ball there, but the defense steps up. Carrollton goes from the 20. They end up having to punt the ball. The Tigers, they also then head back down the field from the 40, but they end up fumbling that one away, so it gives the Carrollton the ball once more time. Mm-hmm. Carrollton takes it from the 35, drives down. There's a horse collar tackle that I don't really agree with right there inside the line of scrimmage that gives 15 yards, extra yards for them. And then Marley ends up getting a touchdown. The little 5'9" quarterback runs in for a touchdown, makes it 15-0 after they get the 2-point conversion. That was how all the scoring went in the first quarter. We'll tell you about the second quarter when we come back right here on Eagle Sports.
Rob Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. This week's featured listing is better than new. A spacious home on a 1.5-acre lot in the Rosemont area. Hardwood flooring, oversized family room with a huge master and a huge master bath. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014 or see the listings at robupchurchsells.com.
Hello?
Hi, Jennifer. Listen, Nick is here with me, and he's very, very sorry.
Who is this?
I'm Nick's State Farm agent. State Farm is famous for having great claim service.
Uh-huh.
When Nick got in his little fender bender last month, State Farm patched things up for him right away. I think he's hoping we can patch things up with you, too.
This is crazy.
Go with the company with a 97% satisfaction rating on claims. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Count on Agent Matt Orr on the square in LaGrange to help you patch things up.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Carrollton High School as the homecoming festivities are taking place down the field, and a lot of proud daddies out there with their daughters having a great time. We talked about the Tigers in the first quarter. They were trailing 15-0, and we'll talk about this second quarter play real quick. Tigers get the ball at the go back to that. The folks over from Carrollton, they score actually in the first 5 seconds of the second quarter, so I guess that was technically scoring in the second quarter. But anyway, the Tigers get the ball from the 20, and they kicked it into the end zone. End up having to punt the ball. I tell you, it was almost blocked, really, really close to being blocked. The folks from Carrollton, they get the ball, drive it down, and get real close to getting the ball into the end zone. But the Tigers' defense is able to stop them, hold them to a field goal there. I tell you what, they got a great kicker. I was really impressed by he's got a great kick on the kickoff, and he was very, very accurate on the field goal as well.
Yeah, and on the 2 PATs, or actually the 1 PAT that he kicked through was right down the middle. So, again, I don't know what grade that kicker's in, but I know Mike and I've talked before, particularly about his son Carson standing on the line watching other kickers. And I even said, let me take a break from what we're talking about now is the Carrollton game, but let's go back 2 weeks ago at Woodward Academy. And I said, hey, Mike, did Carson notice how the kid was kicking at Woodward Academy? He said, oh, yeah. Yeah, he even went out at the end of the game and was talking to the guy and said, what kind of shoes do you have? And he got all technical language here.
Right.
So
you want to learn, you talk to people that do it well.
That's right, yeah. And so he was more than happy to tell the guys how he did it and what kind of shoes he had. But, yeah, so Carrollton really, getting back to the point, Carrollton really has a good long-distance kicker. He's pretty much in the end zone every time, and he's got a good, accurate leg as far as field goes.
So 18-0 was the score. The Tigers got the ball back again. And really, from that point on, they put together one of the best drives I've seen all season long. It was a mixture of the run and also the pass, as Will Smith was able to air the ball out a little bit.
Started on the 20th, I believe.
They did all the way down the field. So an 80-yard drive, culminating with Foster putting the ball in with a touchdown from the 3. And also he put in a 2-point conversion as well.
He as we going back to that touchdown run, he would not be denied. He got hit initially at about the 2-yard line, and with his strength, just snatched away from the Trojan defender and just jumped into the end zone, really. And he came back, and he was so confident. He said, coaches, give me the football. I'll show you do it again. And he slammed it in the end zone for 2 points.
Well, and it's also nice in that was a planned play because they took a timeout, went back to the sideline to talk about it. Let's make sure that this is what we want to do. I think we talked about that all of us were kind of expecting them since they had gone for 2 that we would go for 2 as well to bring it to a 10-point ball game. And that's exactly what they did. And Foster, again, almost the same play. Actually, I think maybe even running with a little more reckless abandon the second time than the first.
I tell you what, Foster, when you get him in, as I've mentioned, you get him in a short yardage situation, no matter where you are on the field, particularly when you need a yard, he pretty much is going to get you that yard. And if he's not going to carry the ball, he's going to blow open a hole for you. So who is carrying the ball can get that yard.
So the Tigers kick back off to Carrollton. We kick it out of bounds on the far side. They have to bring it up to the 35, and we kind of stymie them. Just kind of put a good stop on them. Carrollton ends up having to give the ball back over to the Tigers one more time. Under about a minute to 14 left to go, and the Tigers began a good drive.
Well, really, the last 2 possessions of Carrollton, the Tigers' defense really had them in negative possession, negative yardage situation. So, again, I know it doesn't seem like it. Listen to us on the radio because the first couple of Carrollton scores, it kind of looked like we were, having one of those off nights. But we just kept pounding. We were steady. We moved the ball on offense. And all of a sudden, defense started hammering and really putting in Carrollton into a negative situation. And Say Sanders made a tremendous play on a long go route on their wideout that has a foot height advantage on him. Played him well, watched his eyes, turned it to the last second, batted the ball away, and the Tigers' defense held them to 3 and out. And as you said, here we are, had an opportunity with a minute and 35 seconds left to really do something else with the football.
Drove the ball down the field well, got to about midfield, had a penalty situation, and thank goodness to Mike who's actually paying attention, and we weren't. We had offset and penalties, which stopped the ball there, but we also had another holding call. So actually there are 3 penalties on the play.
Yeah.
Bring the ball back on the other side of the 50, back to around the 45-yard line. Tigers try a couple more plays. They go deep. Tolbert almost brings in the ball just out of his hands. Continue to drive down. Had a little problem with the clock there at the end. We didn't have any timeouts. Clock's ticking down. We don't really have a way to stop the clock. And would have liked to have seen Will maybe take a little bit of initiative and go ahead down the ball right there. Give us about 14 seconds, maybe an opportunity even to run 2 more plays.
Yeah, that's certainly, you talk about practice and things in live simulation, if you will, in practice. But, again, you got to stay coaches have got to know that going into it. Hey, guys, we're out of timeouts left. If we get in a situation where we get a first down, they move the chains, I need you to spike the football. I need you to know what to do. I need you to know that there's no timeouts left. With an average of 6 seconds per play, 13 and a half, 14 seconds left, we could have spiked the ball and still had an opportunity to run 2 plays.
Well, especially with the way we're moving the ball down the field. But it's interesting, Greg. I kind of watched the way this offense is moving. We see a lot of teams that have the wide open offense. You got 5 receiver sets and that sort of thing. Tigers really 2 receivers is about what we're running down the field. We might have an outlet guy, a back coming out of the backfield, might go out in the flats.
Yes.
But we've seen Tolbert really only about once or twice with a deep route. He has that little hook to the outside that we see him run a lot. Really not a whole lot in the middle of the field. We're pretty much nibbling on the corners.
No, you're right. Not in the middle of the field, but I like the way Will's maneuvering the ball when he's pass night. Is he looks, he checks off, he sees, hey, he's not there. He turns out into the flat, and he sees his secondary receiver, and that
safety valve out there
is out in the flats, and he's not. He's able to pick up 7-8 yards at a time, which is what we want.
We're going to pick up a few more sponsors real quick as we'll listen to a couple of our great folks who was wearing here in halftime. Tigers trailing 18-8. We'll be starting the second half in just a bit right here on Eagle Sports.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.MalloryAgency.com.
Products not available in all states.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Attention, attention! If you are currently an active duty or retired vet, or if you are employed by a school or university, you qualify for supplier pricing. Step into a 2014 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE for $29,886 or a 2014 Chevy Cruze LT for $18,963. Come in and save thousands at All Pro Chevy, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC on New Franklin Road in beautiful LaGrange. All Pro Auto Group, where the customer always wins.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and Greg's feeding his face and got him a little drink from out there. Again, the hospitality is very, very nice up here. In Carrollton, they always have a little spread back there for us, and they got a nice pound cake going here. Get your Bronco,
I actually had a chocolate chip cookie, and it got me a good mixed drink going on. And
mixed drink?
Yeah, it's Mr. Piven Ice. And I looked for some Coke. They didn't have Coke. They had Diet Coke, and that's
all right. That's good stuff now.
So I saw Mr. Pibb, and I thought, wow, I'm a Dr. Pepper, so let me try Mr. Pibb.
Wouldn't you like to be a Pepper too?
Mm-hmm.
But right now we're getting ready to end the halftime festivities. One of the young ladies, interesting kind of perspective from up here. They usually you have the first runner-up, second runner-up. Takes a long time. They went right for the queen. They announced everybody and said, "Here's the queen," and then there she was. And just they do things real well up here in Carrollton.
And I like what they're doing there. That's the queen and her court. Is that they're all coming together, and again, maybe I'm just not paying attention. Maybe we do that, and maybe I'm just clueless. But
I don't think there's a maybe there. But
I don't know about being clueless.
Yeah.
I said maybe they do that. Maybe I'm clueless. Okay, I got you. But anyway, what a nice, and everybody's got, as you guys were talking about, what 80s, 70s, 80s dresses on, the really colorful gowns out there tonight. And okay, enough about the homecoming stuff. Hey, the Tigers with
Greg got all your fashion questions that you may have asked. Just ask for Greg Hicks over at Mud Creek, and he'll help you out.
Yeah. Not about the dresses, though.
Well, let's talk about keys to the second half, Greg. If we're going to come back in this one down by 10 as we get ready to go into the second half of play, what are some things that the Tigers are going to have to do to get back in good graces on that scoreboard?
Well, I think offensively, I kind of like what I saw in that second or that last possession, and that we were moving the football. The last two possessions, really, guys, is that we were not only moving the football on the ground, we were moving the football utilizing the pass as well. So a nice combination, a little flare passes out. We had Tremaine Tobin on an 8-yard hook, 8-yard down and out. We had Sheely out here on both sides, and Will was really using his receivers and his checkoffs real well, and then we were running the ball as well, off tackle on the sweeps. I kind of like that. I kind of like just stay with your game plan, basically talk to the offensive line and say, guys, you're a good unit. You really need to tighten down on these Trojans because we don't need them on our backfield. We need to give Will a little bit more chance out there. Defensively, I think we just need to continue to play hard like we have the last two series, and I think we made some adjustments as we were moving along, and I like what I see. I think you got to be reminded if it gets down into the game-tight situations in the last minute, I think you got to know what the clock is, how much time's on it, how many timeouts we got. And I think that's got to be communicated from the coaches to Will Smith and the offensive unit and even to the defense unit if they're on the field. So everybody has to be in check.
One of the things I really liked in the first half of play is that we went away from always going off tackle to a couple of sweeps. Actually, some really nice job of going right, and then pumping back left, getting them kind of not knowing which way we're going to go, flipping our line around. We're moving Tristan, we're moving Jason, we're moving some guys left and right. You never know where that's going to be. So a little bit of misdirection there, a little bit of change up, because we don't do a lot of misdirection with this offense at all.
No.
But it was nice to see that toss sweep coming. Sheely had it, Cameron Russell had it. We were able to get to the corner, I think, a little bit quicker than we even thought. So we're picking about 8 yards a pop every time we go to that sweep play, and I really kind of like that. I also like the swing pass that we had, as Will's just kind of pop it up, swing it out to his back in the backfield, getting about 5-7 yards down the field. Everything on a pass play doesn't have to be 15 to 20. I kind of like that intermediate stuff, and it was looking well. Also, looking away from and it's not always going to be Tolbert that's going to be the guy we're going to go to, because if you're watching film on the Tigers, we tend to just target one guy.
That's
but
right.
I think we had 3 or 4 different guys that we were able to target in that first half.
And in the past, we've actually used our tight end Travis Johnson, not just on a go route. We've had him on a seam route. As a matter of fact, last week against Sandy Creek, that's what happened. We had Travis Johnson on a 25-yard go route, and it turned out that he wound up being intercepted late in the game. But, yeah, I like what we're doing. And you mentioned being a toss sweep outside. We play that chess match where we're kind of coming in the B gap or maybe right off tackle. And we know that Carrollton is stacking the box. And all of a sudden, we do a little toss sweep to the opposite side, and we show some positive yardage. And that turns out to be really a good tool for us in the first half, is to get out on the corners where we pick up 7-8 yards at a time.
Let's take one more break. When we come back, we got the second half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game. Joel Upchurch is your Rebanks Result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702. This week's featured listing is on Ridgecrest Road. It's the crown jewel of downtown LaGrange. This beautiful home has beautiful bedrooms, beautiful dining room, beautiful family room. It is the total package house for $319,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or see the listings at joelupchurch.com.
Hi, welcome to State Farm.
What's up? Hi, I want to switch to State Farm, but my husband has a hard time letting things go. He's stuck in the 90s.
Not. Well, if you do switch to State Farm, I can save you $500.
Raise the roof. Switch to State Farm for your auto insurance, and you could save on average $500. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Stuck on savings? Go to the Square in LaGrange or call Matt Orr, your State Farm agent.
Average household savings based on 2012 National Survey of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
The all-new All-Pro Hyundai in LaGrange is offering the All-Pro Advantage. Friends and family pricing on all new Hyundais for everyone. Save thousands with 0% financing on 2014 Sonatas and Elantras. Purchase a 2015 Sonata for only $20,899. All veterans receive an additional $500 on top of our already low prices. Visit us at 1405 Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange, or online at allprohyundai.com. The all-new All-Pro Hyundai, where the customer always wins.
Now back to the field for more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troop High School Tiger football. The Tigers going to kick the ball. Actually, nice kick all the way down to the 20. They'll return it up to the 33-yard line, and that's where Carrollton will have it 1st and 10.
A nice job by the kickoff team and the kickoff coverage team as they was down and really had to chase him down really from the backside, came around, but able to hold him to a 13-yard return. And that's where Carrollton will take over. And as we talked about at halftime, what are the adjustments we make? I don't know that we make any other than just continue to play aggressive defense.
And don't lose the ball. We have 2 fumbles on the ball game right now. The Tigers look like I thought they jumped there, but they backed up and did not snap the ball. So here comes Carrollton. The quarterback, Marler, steps up and heads the ball to his tailback. So he'll try to go off the right side. He's going to be hit hard at the line of scrimmage and brings up 2nd down.
You see coming off the bottom of that pile is Jonathan Foster along with Vanquez Bonner and Austin Carter from his middle linebacking position. So, again, they held the Trojans to 2 yards that time, so it'll be 2nd down and 8, ball resting on the 35-yard line of Carrollton.
Carrollton taking their time, breaks the huddle. 2nd and 8 for them with 11:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They'll have a short trip to this near side. A long snap count. Going to fake the handoff. They got a swing man out to the outside. Going to toss it to him. He makes the catch, gets to the 40. Still heading up the field. Going to get knocked out of bounds after a 1st down all the way to the 47-yard line.
Little counter swing. All the defensive line, I was keying on them. They were all slanting to the left side of the defensive alignment, and the quarterback did a little counter, so everybody moved over. Austin Carter and Jamal Wilkerson noticed that it was a counter, and they had the little tight end dragging out in the flats, and he's able to pick up 12 yards and a 1st down, but not after Austin Carter nailed him out of bounds.
Carrollton once more hands the ball off in the middle of the line. Wow, big old hit for the Tigers.
Jamal Wilkerson from his free safety position, really a long-distance linebacker, just came up and it looked like a linebacker, just nailed him hard after a pickup of 2 yards. And, wow, we had a stunt going on, so really he got to that 2nd level, really the 1st level, but 2nd only because the linebackers had already stunted through and really gave it up the hole, and Jamal Wilkerson was able to stop him for a 2-yard gain.
They continue from the shotgun set. Quarterback takes it, hands the ball off to his tailback, who's going to kind of follow off his blockers, going to get close to a 1st down as he gets across the 45.
Well, he just danced his way up for about an 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Big key here for the Tigers. That yardage marker, they need to back it up to the 35-yard line, or to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. But it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the for the Trojans. Carrollton on their first possession of the 2nd half. If you've just joined us, Carrollton 18, Troop High Tigers 8. As the Tigers need to toughen up on defense right here.
Tigers showing stunt. Quarterback's going to reverse out on a keeper. He's going to
I don't know that he got it.
I think he's going to be short, Greg. He's right at it. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're marking it at the 46.
It's going to be 4th down. They're calling for 4th down. They're going to. I don't know that he even gained anything, guys.
They're going to give him a yard.
It was 3rd and 2. Okay, so we're going to call it 3rd and 1. The ball's going to be marked on the 44-yard line, and they're bringing in their punter. The quarterback remains in the game, so I don't see they have any intention of not going for it. Now, the Tigers have to be real careful. You don't want a cheap 1st down, and by cheap I mean encroachment on the Tigers.
You don't jump off sides. Tigers kind of pinched down a little bit. Quarterback Marler going to put a man in motion. Tigers going to they get drawn off. They'll get the 1st down the cheap way that you were just mentioning, Greg.
Well, their heads bobbled, and they didn't really come out of their stance other than one or two of their heads just bumped across the line. And you just knew that was going to happen because, 13, the quarterback just looks like a little shifty kind of individual. I don't know. I mean, maybe the best guy in town, but he just looks shifty.
He's short. He must be a bad guy.
He's
Come on, man.
shifty. Well, my son's short. He's
Short
not
people
shifty.
got nobody. They got to put a man in motion. Quarterback's under center. Reverses out, hands the ball to his tailback. He's going to get about 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
The only way he got 2 yards because he laid out. The Tigers really had him by his ankles, and a whole host of Tigers. Austin Carter coming off the bottom of that pile. He and Hudson Newton made the initial stop, and I could name them all because they were all basically in on that tackle. It'd be 2nd and 8 as the ball rests on the 37-yard line of your Troup Tigers.
Carrollton taking their time, as, of course, they have the lead right now, trying to run some time off this clock. 8:30 left to go in the third quarter of play. They'll go back to the shotgun set. The quarterback, Marler, will have a man behind him and a man to his right. Steps back, hands the ball off to his tailback. He's going to pop to the outside. He's got some running room across the 30, down to the 25-yard line, to the 23, before he's wrapped up and brought down.
You know, he's not that big of a back, but, man, he looked like a drum major where he was chopping those feet real high, and it took about 4 Tigers to pull him down, and he initially darted through the line of scrimmage, picking up about 15 to 16-yard gain. That'll take a first down, move the chains inside Tiger territory at the 23-yard line.
This time they're going to go out to the left side, and I tell you what, we're going to do a pretty good job there. It looks like, is that falling incomplete?
It fell incomplete. Number 9 was actually trying to dribble it between his legs and walk down the field and just couldn't quite maintain the catch and finally hit the ground. So they're not even going to call that a fumble. It's just an incomplete pass.
Right. Just kind of a little swing pass out there.
Yep. I kind of like they've got a couple of little swing passes. Well, they'll stack a couple of wide receivers out wide and really like a power I formation with the wide outs. And you know they're going to drill it out to that backup receiver, and he'll just take it and run with it.
Put a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback going to keep it, and he's going to get drilled at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Tristan Thompson right there on top of that. Vanquez Bonner comes in behind him and just drills the quarterback, that little shifty rascal, and Hells him really actually loses a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Trojans.
Shifty rascal. 7:41 left to go in the third quarter. 18-8 in favor of Carrollton right now.
He's a Dan Marino wannabe. He's got 13 as his number.
There you go. He'll have an offset pistol set. He's going to roll to his right looking for a pass. Keeps it, throws the ball downfield, and he's going to be out of bounds as he makes the catch. So that's going to be incomplete and 4th down. Now, they've got a kicker, though. I think he can put it through if he wants to.
Well, let's see what they do. The quarterback remains in the game, and 84 comes in the game. I don't know if he's the kicker or not. Yes, he is, and he will let's see where they'll spot the tee. The quarterback will be the place kick holder, as is our quarterback is the place kick holder. He's going to mark it down on the 30-yard line, so it'll be a 40-yard field goal attempt as Vanquez Bonner goes back to the goal line where he'll kind of hang out there.
Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is up. It's got the distance, but I think it is. Wait, is it okay? The synchronized swimming of the 2 officials back there, they'll indicate that he picks up 3. So 21-8 is your score with 7:17 left to go. Let's take a 60-second break back to the station here on Eagle Sports.
Touchdown! Great teams bring together skill, the right equipment, and ongoing support. It's a winning combination. At West Georgia Health in LaGrange, our highly rated teams sport medical expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and comprehensive support services. That's why our heart clinic is leading the way in cardiovascular care and ranked in the top 10% of all U.S. hospitals for medical excellence. West Georgia Health is also accredited by the Commission on Cancer and brings together the latest in diagnostic and treatment protocols. When it comes to keeping you healthy, West Georgia Health is on your side. From quality outcomes and advanced procedures to community education, we're in the game for you. For more information or to review our playbook, visit wghealth.org. West Georgia Health. So healthy together.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG
did that last
96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. They're going to kick the ball off to us. Hunter Mowers will take the ball from the 2, get up the field, and then reverse his field, and they'll tackle him down at the 8-yard line, guys?
Looks like they're going to spot him on the 7-yard line. So the Tigers has 93 yards to go for a touchdown. Let's see what they can do. They was really moving the ball the last 2 possessions of the first half. Let's see what we can do opening up the second half. And Mess Bonner comes into the game, and so Mess on his very first carry of the football game pulls it off right tackle, picks up about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2 as they move the marker out to the 16-yard line.
Traditional Tiger football, right back to the line of scrimmage, split backs for Smith. Smith back down the line of scrimmage, hands the ball off. Bonner going to get first down right across the yard line.
He'll take the second snap. He'll go off right tackle behind Jason Hernandez and Travis Johnson. He'll pick up a first down. 2 plays, first down for the Tigers as they move the chains out to the 19-yard line.
Really quickly back up the line of scrimmage. The officials are stopping the clock so they can get everything settled. Now they start the clock. Actually, they whistle the clock to start again after the chains have moved. Smith back under center. Takes the snap. Shealy will get the ball this time. Goes around the right side. Got a little bit wide that time. Picks up 3, 2nd down and 7.
Had a little opportunity. Mitch Mathis was pulling out there. Didn't quite get out there fast enough for that cornerback, and the cornerback was able to get up under Mitch because he certainly didn't want to be taking Mitch head on, and he was able to trip up Shealy, but not after a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
Tolbert will be split wide to this near side. Going to roll a tight end both sides this time. Split backs once again for the Tigers. Back down the line of scrimmage. Going to hand the ball off, and we're going to get some good yardage across the 25 down to about the 27-yard line.
Wow, Shealy tonight just running with his head down and just keeping those legs moving. He'll pick up about 7 more yards. Actually, they're going to move the chains. It'll be a first
that's a great
down.
Spot.
He picks up 8 yards for the Tigers and a first down as they move the ball out to the 29-yard line. So the Tigers off and running on this first possession of the second half. If you've just joined us, Carrollton opens up the second half with a field goal, 21-8 as they lead your Tigers. But the Tigers, once again, on the move.
Jay doesn't like something that's going on as he's banging the table on the far side. Smith right back down the line of scrimmage. It's going to be balls on the ground, and it looks like Carrollton may have it. Yep.
That's not what we want to see, and, it came at a bad time. Is obviously you can hear the offensive coaches over here stomping on the ground as some of the guys are moving and making adjustments, and just not what you want to see. As the Tigers are having positive 2 first downs and moving the ball positive yardage, and just didn't happen. Just bad exchange there between Will Smith and it looks like Dexter Shealy, and just didn't quite happen. Trojans come up with the ball. So with 5:27 left in this third quarter play, Trojans 21, your Troup Tigers 8. They take it over on the 28-yard line of the Tigers. This is really important, Jack. Time's kind of getting away from us. This third quarter has kind of jumped out of here real quick, and we'll be in the fourth quarter before you know it. We're down 2 touchdowns, 2.5 touchdowns. We can ill afford these Trojans to score again.
They're going to hand the ball off to the left side. That very fast little scat back of theirs, Jarvis Terrell. Picks up about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Yep, you're right. Terrell is a scat back. He's very fast. He's as fast as Shealy or Bonner as far as very quick, and he's deceiving. He'll be quick and through the line before you know it.
So 2nd and 5 for Carrollton, back up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback will take the shotgun snap, hand the ball off to his tailback. Going to go to the right side, pick up the first down to the 15.
He gets down. They're going to mark the ball on the 16-yard line. He goes off on the right side, and he's just so quick. And it looked like the Tigers, rather than attacking on that left defensive side from where Jonathan Foster and Emmanuel Trammell are, they just kind of sit and waited on him to come to him, and very uncharacteristic of that Tiger defense.
Twins to the top side. Going to go to the left this time. They're going to tackle him in the backfield. Nice tackle. Got him up high. I hope they don't call a horse collar there.
Well, I think Jonathan Foster heard me there about him being uncharacteristic, because he was characteristic that time as he came from his left defensive linebacking position and just hammered for a 2-yard loss that little tailback,
Jarvis Terrell.
He took the handoff from that shifty quarterback, and Foster really nailed him.
Poor little guy. Trips to this near side. Quarterback going to throw a quick out, a little screen pass to this right side,
nice
and he
block.
could go. He spins in, going to get knocked down at the 4-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it down to the 2.5.
Oh, you could just see it happen, and you like the way that play happened, and that's how you block right there. Those 2 wideouts took our cornerbacks, Say Sanders and Emmanuel Trammell, and just really just knocked them to the ground and got up under there. And Trammell's complaining to the line judge that might have been a little holding. We didn't see it. We just saw some good blocking and nice little flare pass out, and he took it and ran with it down to the 2-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Jonathan Foster.
Foot-to-foot splits for the Carrollton Trojans are going to hand the ball off to their tailback, who's going to go into the end zone for another touchdown.
Well, we certainly didn't need that touchdown by Carrollton at that time. It is now, that'll move the score from 21 up to 27 points for the Trojans. They're more than likely, of course, they do this polecat, and the Tigers need to be ready for it. And I know the Tigers are kind of look like they might be down in the dumps just a little bit, but now they pick up their pace defensively. You know, the Tigers are still, you know, I like to believe that they're still in this ball game. I know we're down 3 touchdowns, but
got to strike fast.
I think we're still in it. I'm going to believe.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick. Here comes the synchronized swimming officials. That is good. So the score is 28-8 with 3:36 left to go. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Wilmer, Greg Hicks live here from Carrollton High School. 28-8. Tigers got to put 20 on the board. I got a personal foul at the end of that play against as we were running the ball back up to the 18-yard line. So that'll be some nice positive yardage for the Tigers and good field position to start this next drive here in the third quarter.
Well, you know, we've down 3 scores. We've got to put 21 points on the board to win this ball game. We're down 28-8. Again, this third quarter's gotten away from us, guys. It's now 3:29 to go in this third quarter of play, and we were doing so well, and all of a sudden we fumbled the football. So let's get back on track. Let's put the score on the board and bring this to a respectable level, and I believe the Tigers are still in this ball game.
Tigers going to go to the right side. It's going to be Sheely getting all the way to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
I mean, again, fans, as you are listening, and if you can watch us on the internet, or if you're one of the 200 to 300 fans that follow us in, you'll see that every time we're running the football, I mean, there's 5 yards, and so the guys are giving it all they've got. We, again, just need to put a score on the board quickly. Our defense has got to come out strong as well.
Smith will go back under center. Waits for the snap. Coming back down the line on the right side, this left side, gain of 2, brings up 3rd down.
We'll pick up another couple of yards out to the 41-yard line as we've got to get to the 44, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. Very important 3rd down possession here. You know, the Tigers are moving the ball. We picked up 5 on the first play, 2 on the second play. It's now 3rd and 3, and we've got to have a 1st down, guys.
28-8, as we mentioned, the score. Tigers taking their time to get back to the line of scrimmage. Really kind of like the hurry-up offense we had going just a little bit ago. Cameron Russell to the wing on the right side. Smith will back up to pass. He's going to throw it down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. Actually, no, it's going to fall incomplete. I thought we had it there at the 50.
Nice little seam route run by, it looks like Cameron Russell. He was right down the hash marks. Really about the time Will Smith threw it, it was a little down-and-out hook pattern. Definitely by Tremaine Tolbert. Then about 8 yards, would have been a 1st down. Hit him in his hands. He bobbled it. About the time it hit him in his hands and he was bobbling, he was hit by 2 Trojan defenders, thus leaving Russell all open. But Cameron Russell couldn't bring it in. I mean, Tolbert couldn't bring it in.
There's the snap. Will Smith gets the punt off. He's going to be taken at the 25-yard line. We're going to tackle him down at the 32, and that's where the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station here on Eagle Sports.
Rob Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. This week's featured listing is better than new. A spacious home on a 1.5-acre lot in the Rosemont area. Hardwood flooring, oversized family room with a huge master and a huge master bath. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014 or see the listings at robupchurchsales.com.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Even bobble the ball.
Welcome back as the Trojans, wow, their running back's going to do a great job getting all the way up to the 40-yard line, fights his way, picks up a lot of extra yards, brings up 2nd down and 2.
He was able to go off right tackle. Actually, the Tigers had him at the line of scrimmage, and he slipped through a couple of grips, given his aggressive running style. So kudos to the Trojan tailback.
They'll put a man in motion going to the far side. Quarterback Marler waits on the snap. Going to hand the ball off again to the tailback, who's going to get, looks like first down yardage across the 45, brought down just short of the 50.
Good job by Say Sanders as he came in hard and tackled him. I was kind of watching the defense. I mean, the tight end basically just get to the outside eye of Eli Patrick, and that was his block that allowed the tailback to get outside and get that first down, and Say Sanders to create that tackle. You know, as a defensive end, outside linebacker, you can't ill afford to let that tight end get on your outside face. You've got to stay with him, and Eli Patrick's definitely going to come back and remember that.
Carrollton going to hand the ball off to the wing back coming around this near side. We're going to stretch him out all the way across the 50. Good job by the ends on this near side, Greg, of turning him and stretching the ball all the way out to the side.
Well, I look at number 2, Jadarius Smith, from his right outside linebacking position, chased him down all the way across the field. He and Vanquez Bonners and E.T. Emmanuel Trammell. But give Jadarius Smith credit for he had turned on the speed and chasing down from the backside after a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 7, or 2nd and 7.
Once more back to the pistol set goes Marler. Tries to draw the Tigers off. Tigers doing a good job of maintaining some discipline. Don't jump off sides. Takes the snap. Turns around. Oh, a little problem in the backfield. Quarterback's going to run it. He's going to get tackled down at the 45-yard line. He turned around to hand the ball to somebody, and there was nobody there.
Well, that little shifty rascal picked up 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Carrollton Trojans.
I hope Marler's family isn't from LaGrange and just moved up here to Carrollton.
He'll be okay. I'm complimenting. He's shifty.
He's shifty. Yeah, that's not usually a compliment. 14 seconds.
Shyster's not a compliment. Shifty is like, hey, he's a shifty little rascal. He's all over the place.
All right, they're going to stop. They're going to let the clock tick down at the end of the 3rd quarter, 28-8, as we get ready to go into the 3rd quarter of play. The Tigers are trailing the Carrollton Trojans right now as we go into the 4th quarter. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Touchdown! Great teams bring together skill, the right equipment, and ongoing support. It's a winning combination. At West Georgia Health in LaGrange, our highly rated teams sport medical expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and comprehensive support services. That's why our heart clinic is leading the way in cardiovascular care and ranked in the top 10% of all U.S. hospitals for medical excellence. West Georgia Health is also accredited by the Commission on Cancer and brings together the latest in diagnostic and treatment protocols. When it comes to keeping you healthy, West Georgia Health is on your side. From quality outcomes and advanced procedures to community education, we're in the game for you. For more information or to review our playbook, visit wghealth.org. West Georgia Health. So healthy together.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. And the Tigers are going to get a unsportsmanlike penalty, a late hit called against them as a little swing pass falls incomplete. And we're going to light up the quarterback, and that's going to cost us 15.
Austin Carter came in, really was going for the football as it was bouncing around the ground, and they're going to call a personal foul on Austin Carter. But I'm telling you, he actually hit him below really at the ankles and kind of tripped the quarterback up. So if anything, it was you call it a tripping foul. But
he hit him pretty hard, though. I think they got, nobody likes to see a quarterback get hit. A couple of quick scores, Greg, while we're sitting here. 7-0 is the score in the 3rd quarter with Woodward Academy and Sandy Creek. Woodward Academy winning that ball game right now. Looking at Fayette County, And let's see. Fayette County Whitewater leading 17-0 in that ball game. Of course, LaGrange Granger's last score we had there leading Shaw 3-0 at halftime at their homecoming. And here we go. We're in the fourth quarter play. 28-8 is the score. And the Trojans are driving the ball down the field there at the 30. The quarterback takes the handoff. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, and man, they continue to fight their way down across the 30 to about the 27.
He picks up number one. Their tailback picks up about 4 yards. Actually, they're going to move it back. He's only picking up 3 yards, but it certainly looked like he picked up more than that. But a lot of Tigers bringing him down. So Tigers still after it hard. We're down 28-8. We're down 3 touchdowns. If you just joined us, we just started the fourth quarter. Trojans 28, Tigers 8. Tigers have got to stop them on defense this time.
There's the snap, handoff into the line. They're going to get down to the 25-yard line. So that's going to be about 3rd and 5 now for the Trojans. They got to get down inside the 20 for a first down.
A little slot back who's in motion. He takes the inside handoff from the quarterback. He spins down for about 2, maybe 2.5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 as they spot the ball on the Troup High Tigers' 25-yard line. 10 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this ball game. The Tigers must have a turnover if they're going to stay in this ball game.
Can't let them get into the end zone, that's for sure. They roll about and hand the ball off to the tailback. He's going to fight his way. He's short of the first down. And let's see where they mark it.
They'll bring up 4th down and half a yard for Carrollton. I really think with the big mojo on their side, I don't think there's any reason to try to attempt a field goal, which certainly is in the range. So,
oh gosh, yes.
So it looks like they're going to come in, look at their wrist, and go for a try to draw the Tigers off sides. And the Tigers have failed that test 3 out of 4 times already.
Let's see what happens here. Marler's going to go under center. Puts a man in motion back to this near side. Snaps it, hands the ball off to his tailback, who's going to just turn his shoulders and sneak through there and pick up the first down.
He'll pick up the first down. He'll pick up the first down by a couple of yards. It'll move the chains. The ball's going to be spotted on the 19-yard line. He only needed to get down to the 20. So he picks up the first down by a yard. So that'll keep the ball alive for the Trojans. And slowly but surely, I know we got a lot of time left in this ball game as we're just under 10 minutes. But when you're down 3 scores and Carrollton's threatening again, looks like this ball game is slipping away.
High snap, but still gets the handoff. Oh, man, you're talking about a shifty runner. The young man, Osorio Anglo, gets down inside the 10-yard line. That may be a first down, maybe first and goal. Let's see where they mark it.
Well, actually, I was talking about a shifty quarterback, not that. I said he's a pretty powerful runner, but you used the word shifty, so I'll go with it.
Okay.
It'll be 2nd down and a foot. So, obviously, the big mo is all on Carrollton's side right now.
Marler puts a man in motion back to this near side. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Anglo, who's going to pick up the first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10 for the Trojans.
Tigers continue to scrap and fight. Is that they're just not letting him go in the end zone. He's going to have to earn anything that he gets. One of the things the Tigers really could stand for right now is a defensive turnover. Maybe a scoop and score for about 91 yards would be nice, but just anything. The Tigers have anything right now with just under 9 minutes at 8:54 to go. Tigers really need to stop these Trojans.
And the ball off to Osorio going around the right side. He's down to the 5, so 2nd down and goal.
Vanquez Bonner comes in, trips him up. Lets him gain about 2 yards. They're going to mark it down on the 5-yard line. His 2nd and goal from the 5 from there. The Tigers' defense can ill afford to let these Trojans in that end zone. It's covered in black turf with gold and white Trojans in the end zone. Don't need to let them in their end zone.
The quarterback will have a wing to his left side. Actually, that's going to be a tight end. Put a man back in motion to the inside. Takes the snap, turns around, hands the ball to the tailback. We'll track him down, and great job from the backside. Go the Tigers.
Jonathan Foster tracked him down, as you said, Jack. He come blitzing in from his left outside linebacking position, and just big Jonathan Foster chased him down and really held him from a gain. They're going to still mark the ball on the 5-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal. Tigers doing what they need to do right now, keeping these guys out. They're going to be calling a timeout, it looks like.
Timeout called. 28-8 is your score with 7:56 left to go in this ball game. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 28-8 your score, 7:56 left to go. And right now Carrollton driving with 3rd and goal from the 5. They just had a timeout. Now let's see what happens here. Back to the line of scrimmage goes Carrollton. Quarterback puts a man in motion from the right side back to the left. Takes a snap, hands the ball to the tailback. He's going to look for a place to go, and there's nowhere to go.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, look at here.
Oh, my second effort is going to give them a touchdown around the right side. Everybody bid on the handoff, including me. And they're going to go around the right side, get hit, but roll around and get into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm going to tell you guys what. Let me paint this picture. The quarterback does a little counter boot. The tight end drags route. He picks up. He actually throws a ball. He touches it. He gets hit. Emmanuel Trammell actually bounces off his chest, bounces up in the air, if I'm not mistaken, and the tight end actually bounces into his hand. He's able to turn and spin into the corner of the end zone. That ball was bouncing all around. I wish Emmanuel Trammell had actually intercepted it. Wow, it was so close for the Tigers.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-8 is your score. Late in the fourth quarter, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 7:46 left to go. 35-8 is your score.
With 35-8, 7:46 remaining. The common folks are still in the stands. The one that bought the tickets and paid for the stadium, well, they're already gone off to an early dinner somewhere in Carrollton. So they vacated their reserve seats.
And there's a good catfish place right up the road, isn't it?
You think they're eating catfish?
Yeah, it might
Caviar, not catfish.
Oh, come on now. Carrollton going to kick the ball off. Maybe the best kick he's had so far tonight. He's going to go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Greg, 7:46, and we're just about out of this one unless some miraculous things happen.
You're right.
If you still want to see a nice drive be put together, let's get.
Let's work on some techniques, some mechanics.
Exactly.
And put it right.
But let me ask you: is this a time where you might bring in some younger guys to see what they can do?
Actually, I would probably wait for another series just to see if we can actually put something together and score. But again, we have fought. We've not given up, and just a couple of bad breaks when I wake again. I'm not convinced that Carrollton is 38 points better than we are.
Tigers going to come around the right side and
see that
they pick up a first down and more across the 35-yard line.
They toss sweep to Shealy. Shealy picks up 25 yards, or actually they're going to move it out to the 30. He picks up 15 yards and a Tiger first down. So, no, I don't. I think the Tigers do definitely want to score. I don't see the Carrollton Trojans replacing any second stringers, and so they have no intentions of laying down. They've been whooped up all over the field this year, and again, these alumni are not going to put up with the coaches losing up here, so they're going to leave the first-year the starters in to make sure that they're going to beat the Tigers and they're going to beat them right, I guess.
Handoff into the line. We get to the 40-yard line, just short of the 40-yard line. Second down from there. Smith, go ahead.
No, the ball will be on the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
We'll send Tolbert out wide to the far side. Split backs behind the quarterback. Toss sweep going around the left side, and they're going to read it out real well. And we're going to dodge one, and they're going to get us back at the 35. We're going to lose about 5 yards on that play.
Had a little stunt going. Carrollton did with their linebackers, and we were actually pulling our left guard and left tackle. They were actually pulling toward the Troup sidelines, which is the way the play was flowing. The linebacker read it, fell across the hip, and was able to drop the Tigers for a 5-yard loss.
Smith will back up to pass. Looking downfield, going to throw it to Tolbert. Tolbert's going to reverse and get down to the 40. Back up field to the 45-yard line. Going to be just short of the first down.
You know, it depends on the
Well,
mark,
actually,
Jack.
you're right. That'd be a good spot.
Wow, it is really a good spot. Let's see. I think they may move the chains.
They do. They get the first down. That I didn't see him go across the 45, but I'll take it.
We'll take anything now.
6:28 left to go. 35-8 your score.
This is a democracy, right? A liberal society. Don't they feel like they need to give us a couple touchdowns to make it a fair game?
Sure, we'll go with that. Smith checks to the left, going to air it out to the, and it's going to make we're going to have a great catch at the 30. Wow, nice route out there.
That's the same pass that we've ran 3 or 4 times this season, and it's been effective every time. A little backside flare from Dexter Shealy, where Will Smith really rolls to his right for about 4 yards, plants his feet, throws back to Shealy, picks up 22 yards, and Tiger first down.
Back to the pass once more. Smith throws the ball. It's going to be incomplete there at the 15-yard line, but a nice pass. He just kind of threw right in between 2 defenders.
He had, looks like Cameron Russell there on the hash marks, cutting across the field. He had plenty of open receivers. Could have checked off. He had Tremaine Tobin out here on the hash marks. He had Mess Bonner still sitting out here in the flats. And we had 3 defenders on Cameron Russell. Really threaded the needle, and Cameron took a lick and paid for that pass attempt. But it'll be 2nd and 10 as the ball's on the 29-yard line of Carrollton.
Wing to the right side, split back. Smith going to hand the ball off, and we're going to get to the 25-yard line before they bring us down. Brings up 3rd down.
Good job. I saw Mitch Mathis standing there, and we got a little activity going on. Mitch Mathis, the cornerback 28, came running in there, and Mitch wasn't going to have him hitting his tailback and putting him down because 7 or 8 Trojans had Shealy standing up, and 28 was going to try to take a cheap shot, and Mitch Mathis put him on his back, and he didn't like that too much.
Smith back to pass again. Throws out to Tolbert. Same play as earlier. He's going to be right at the first down line. Let's see where they mark it.
Yeah, it's a good little pass. Under coverage, tight coverage. Again, you know, you want to move the ball quick, and we're able to pick up another first down, and that little outside flare pass is working good, and again, Tigers are able to move the football. We're inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. 5:19 remaining in this football contest. The Tigers down by 4 touchdowns.
Smith will roll Cameron Russell out to the far side on the wide out. Toss sweep to Shealy going to the left. Shealy cuts back inside to the 5. To the 15, down to the 10-yard line.
And as the Tigers have done really all night long, with the exception of maybe a possession or two, is that they've been able to move the football, not just inside the 20s, but inside the 10 or 5, and we just can't put it in the end zone. Only one time we've come away with a score.
Toss sweep back to the far side again. It's going to be Shealy to the 5. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
So with 4:43 left on a little toss sweep around to the left side where we've had a lot of our success tonight, Shealy takes the ball 10 yards in for us. Tigers score. Bringing the Trojans 35, the Tigers 14. Do you try to go for 2, or do you just go ahead and line up and do a PAT? Let's
just get the PAT and get the ball back.
Well, I think the Tigers are going to go for 2 there, Jack. I don't see the kicker out there. I don't see any green shoes, which Michael Young wears, and I don't see that tall, lanky kid, number 31, Carson. I don't see him out there. So I believe the Tigers are going to go for 2. You know, one thing about it is the clock's not running, so you got a little time to think about it. But all you have is a little time, so let's go.
There's still a play clock.
That's correct.
And they better do something pretty quick.
Unless we're going to take a delay of game, figure we can have a better play at 8 yards out than better than 2 yards, 2.5 yards.
Tigers get back to the line of scrimmage.
Surely they're not going to call a timeout, right?
They just called the timeout.
Well, we got 3 timeouts left, but I don't know that.
All right, 4:43 left to go in this fourth quarter play. 35-14. Let's take a break. You're listening to Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 35-14 is your score. The Tigers are trailing the Trojans of Carrollton High School. We'll get a Harris score in just a minute. The Tigers going to go for two. Toss sweep to Sheely around the left side. Sheely fights his way, gets down. Did he get inside? Looking for the indication. Yes, he did. We get the 2-point conversion.
So 35-16, the Tigers bring it down to 2.5 scores, if you will. And somebody asked me the other day, what do you mean a half a score? It's like, I'm just doing mathematics here. It's a 2.5 scores. You can't get a half score, but I'm just giving ideas here.
All right, let's take one more break. When we come back, we got the end of this ball game. 4:43 left to go on Eagle Sports.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me. Okay, what? Do you think the State Farm jingle really works?
Like, for real? Like, if you sing the jingle, will your agent actually appear and help you out? Yeah, of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
Having your own State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when you need them. State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in LaGrange. Call 706-882-0046.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 4:43 left to go. 35-16 is your score. An onside kick. The Tigers going to attempt, and Carrollton's going to get on it and get good field position at the 44-yard. It should be the 47-yard line.
Well, good job by the Tigers in that they didn't have an illegal formation. They learned that 2 weeks ago, what a correct formation was. And they were able to kick the ball the 10 yards necessary. It went 12 yards, and the Tigers were unfortunately unable to recover it. The Trojans had all their skill players up front. And I was going to say that they're bringing in their second team, but they're not, because that shifty little quarterback, number 13, is in there again. So the Tigers really would be nice to have a turnover. 4:42 left to go in this ball game.
Tigers come blitz. Going to hand the ball off to their tailback, and we're going to hit him. He's going to get to the 50, gain of 2. Brings up second down with 4:35 left to go. A couple of scores real quick, Greg. In the third quarter, Whitewater leading Fayette County 17-0. Woodward County right now over the folks from Sandy Creek 7-0 in the third.
Wow, that Fayette County 33-7 win over Carrollton must have woken these Trojans up, because again, we talked about it that night. Fayette County's not that good, and Trojans are not that bad. But then again, tonight the Tigers aren't this bad, and the Trojans really aren't that good. I mean, they just run the football and nothing impressive, and it, just a basic football program. And but I don't think they're 35 points better than the Tigers for sure.
Going around the right side, they get back to the line of scrimmage, brings up third down for the Trojans.
But you have your nights, and you know what? No matter what we can say or do, we're getting our butts whooped, and that's the truth of the matter. And we talked about going into the ball game. We really needed this win for potential to kind of ease the playoff strategy. Now we're basically in a must-win situation for the next 2 weeks. We've got to win both ball games to at least try to lock up a 4th seed.
Yep. So now the Trojans running lots of time off the clock. 3:19 left to go. Looking over to the handoff. We're going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, so it brings up 4th down for the Trojans.
Jonathan Foster once again tracks him down. He's such a quick outside linebacker. He comes off that corner, hammers and catches him. It'll be 4th down and 6 for Carrollton. And of course, there's no intentions of punting. Why should? Well, they are now. They're going to drag the time off the clock, let the clock tick down, take a delay of game, back it up 5, and then punt it, and try to pin the Tigers way down deep. There's no reason to be in any hurry to punt this football.
So
matter of fact, one of our coaches, I think it's Connell, he's all the way out on the hash marks and talking to the coaches. The clock is stopped at 2:36, and unless somebody called a timeout unbeknownst to us, and they're giving the Trojans, evidently they're going to charge the Trojans with a timeout. And, of course, the Trojans are wondering why the clock's not running.
Well, actually, there's a timeout on the field.
Well, the umpire's consulting with the line judge, and Carrollton's saying, we didn't call a timeout.
Let's see what the officials tell them, make an announcement out here. Maybe put some more time on the clock. I think everybody's trying to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I think they need to put about 12 minutes back on the clock.
A
little bit too much time to run off the clock, Jack. Are they going to wind the clock? All right.
No one really knows what's going on, it looks like, downfield. The officials are talking with each other. Looking real quick, got a different website I'm looking at for scores. Woodward Academy had that score a minute ago. Right now it looks like Woodward Academy has put it on Sandy Creek. 45-21 is the final in that ball game.
It doesn't surprise me. We saw last week Sandy Creek is not as good as the preseason prognosticators, and Woodward is probably a little bit better than the preseason prognosticators. Wouldn't you think so?
I think so. Well, Woodward Academy had a really very balanced attack. We talked about that earlier. They were able to move the ball down the field with both their running game and their passing game.
As the Trojans just kind of hang out, and their shifty little quarterback's going to walk back out there and tell them to chill. I don't know how much time's really going to run off the clock before they decide to call a delay of game. I mean, only like 18 minutes has run off the clock. It's 1:57, and I know at least 40 seconds have run off. When are they going to call a delay of game?
All right, I guess now they're going to – I don't know what's going on at this point, Greg. This is the most confusing thing. The official over there's a flag. I guess there's the delay of game flag.
Well, it took him 42 seconds to throw the flag out of his pocket after the clock stopped at 1:55.
Is he wave? Okay, now the official looks like he's trying to wave it off, but now the ball rests on the 46. That was the weirdest, like 45 seconds I've ever seen in football. Everybody just standing around, and nothing happened. Here's the snap as they're going to attempt the punt. Low snap. Second punt of the night for Carrollton. Pretty good kick. Hits down at the 20. And we're going to run up. They're going to bound it down inside the 10-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will have it for the last 1 minute 43 of the game. First and 10. 30 seconds real quick. Back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Tigers. Go around the left side. Going to get some big yardage across the 50, down to the 40. Still on his feet to the 35, 20, 15, 10. He's going to be tripped up right there at the 9-yard line.
They're going to probably wind the clock. And, good thing is the clock stopped. Did the clock even run?
Clock did not run during that play.
That's wonderful. Maybe they're going to give all those back to us tonight. Let's see if any of the Trojan fans pick up on that.
They're going to mark it down to 7.
That was a little swing pass to Mess Bonner. Bonner picks it up on about the 11-yard line, cuts it back across field, and takes it all the way down, 85 yards, down inside the 10-yard line to the 6. That's exactly what the Tigers need. Let's get a quick score here and make it respectable at least.
Tigers going to go around the right side. It's going to be handoff to Bonner, going to get inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line.
All right, let's get up, Tigers. Got to go. I know you're tired, but let's go. Let's get up. Call a timeout if you need to. Blame it on the Trojans.
Taking their time. 1:09 left to go. A lot of milling around. We don't get back to the line of scrimmage very fast.
All right,
there's the timeout.
We do take a timeout after 15 seconds runs off the clock.
They take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 1:06 left to go in this contest. Tigers trying to get something on the board. 30 seconds back on Eagle Sports.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back with 1:06 left to go. Tigers driving inside the 5, 35-16. Tigers trying to make it a little more respectable.
And is this just good sportsmanship after a timeout? Do we have to actually wait
Actually, we hand the ball through the line. We're going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Mess Bonner straight up the middle behind Jason Hernandez and just picks up a touchdown 4 yards out. It'll bring it a little bit more respectable, 35-22. I'm sure we'll try to go for 2. And if we're able to get the 2, it'll be 35-24. 11 points deficit. It looks better than a 35-8 for sure.
We break the huddle, make the way back to the line of scrimmage. Smith will go with the split back set. He'll go on his own to hand the ball off in the line on the left side. And do we get in? Officials will run up to see where everybody gets off the pile at.
Let's see what the synchronized. No, he's going to call it. We didn't get in.
We did not get that one. So 35-22 is your score. Minute 3 left to go. Onside kick to come right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
The score back from LaGrange. LaGrange taking on Shaw. LaGrange looking to win their homecoming 7-0 right now. 17-0.
Oh, I was going to say, how'd they go from 3 to
17? My bad.
That'd be 2 safeties, Jack.
Well, you never know. Could happen.
Could happen.
It's 17-0. My bad. Onside kick is going to be down by Carrollton. They get right on top of it. And that's going to be pretty close to it, probably. 35-22 is your score. Minute 2 left to go.
Let's see, the Tigers have 1 timeout left. The Trojans have 2. You got to assume that the Trojans will they could run a play or they could just back up and take a knee, and the Tigers will have to take their last timeout and then a couple of more knees, and the game's over. So if we'll go ahead and start wrapping up, we'll get on back to the house.
Maybe they just walk over the side here. Maybe they just walk over the side and just stand there for another minute and a half and see what happens.
Confuse the officials.
Yeah, right now the quarterback, they're going to get in the victory formation here.
No, the ball-headed coach is really excited down there.
Well, that could be any one of them. There's a snap. He takes a knee, and clock starts to tick.
And see, do the Tigers take their time out just to do so? That's pretty standard stuff. Do you take your time out? I don't guess you do.
Now the clock will continue to run. They'll look to the sideline and just wait to get the signal from the coaches to snap the ball. And I think they can maybe be able to snap it one more time, and that might be it.
Well, 35-22, 13-point deficit is certainly better than 35-8. And, again, and we can't say that the Trojans let us score with their third string because they still have their first stringers in there. So,
whoa. Tigers kind of jump on. They're going to call a flag on that one. Probably an unsportsmanlike against the Tigers. As they snap the ball and try to take a knee, we jump over the middle of the line there.
Well, let me ask you something. You got the Troup coaches on the numbers, and you got the Carrollton coaches about halfway between the sidelines and numbers. As the play's running, do each one of those coaching staffs gets penalized for the coaches to being on the field?
Well, no, our coaches are still coming on the field. Was a timeout called, or was that a trainer? What's going on? We got a coach out on the field.
The official announcer at the stadium said timeout White, and I believe that would be Troup.
Okay, I didn't realize we called a timeout. Didn't see the indication from the official. We'll keep it here, 35-22.
They were asleep, Jack, just like they were a while ago on that 1 minute delay of game.
I heard a debate a while back, Greg, and you can see what you think about this one, about the victory formation. Because there's nothing in the rule book that says just because he's about to take a knee that you don't need to play that down.
Well, I mean, that's right. We had a situation with the ninth grade the other day, and they were down with 8 seconds left. Do you take a knee and risk a fumble, or do you run a play and risk a score? Well, they ran a play and got scored, and the opposing coaches weren't too happy about that. But, hey, what if they'd have snapped the ball, fumbled it, and the opposing team picked it up, run it back 98 yards for a touchdown?
Just because he's going to take a knee doesn't mean that we don't have to do anything.
And, the official is coming in right up behind the quarterback as if to protect him. It's like, dude, what if we wanted to run a blitz and just knock the crap out of the offensive line? We're not going to concede just because you're in a victory formation. Okay.
Well, that will be the end of the ball game. We'll have to concede it anyway.
Yep.
35-22 will be your final. We'll talk more about this when we come back in just a bit. Let's take 4 spots back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318 with the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.MalloryAgency.com.
Products not available in all states.
Joel Upchurch is your Rebanks Result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702. This week's featured listing is on Ridgecrest Road. It's the crown jewel of downtown LaGrange. This beautiful home has beautiful bedrooms, beautiful dining room, beautiful family room. It is the total package house for $319,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or see the listings at joelupchurch.com.
Car won't start? Or does your problem sound a little more like that? Come to Stanford Automotive to get your car in tip-top shape quick with a reliable team of automotive specialists. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186. 66 Youngs Mill Road in LaGrange. Stanford Automotive, 706-882-0186. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Run it.
Always spirited discussion here in the breaks up here in the booth between myself and Greg, and we don't always see eye to eye on things, but we try to put a positive spin on it, if nothing else. Tigers going to fall tonight, 35-22 to the Trojans of Carrollton. It's a tough night, Greg. The second half, we actually play a better second half than we have the past few ball games. We able to move the ball a little bit better. We saw a better mix of the run and the pass. We saw a little bit more variation in the passing game in and of itself. It wasn't just predicated on Tolbert. We actually got the ball to a couple other kids. Cameron Russell had a couple of catches. So it was a really nice job as we kind of began to mix things up. But it's really a lot of passings out of desperation. We're behind. We're needing something big to happen, and then we start to go to the pass.
Well, really, what we got to do next week against Fayette County is we got to come out as if we're 15 points behind, and it's late in the fourth quarter. And that's just our game plan, pass out of desperation, because we really looked good tonight moving the football. You know, there's a debate whether we came to play or not. I think we did. I don't think we didn't. We didn't look good for about 6 minutes. We had a couple of turnovers, but we didn't look good for about 6 minutes. We had a bad kickoff return here where we really put ourselves in a hole. We should have ran north and south. We decided to run east and then south and then west, and we wound up losing yardage.
It took I-20 back up to 45.
That's right. And that's not good. So, you really got to create some north and south yardage when you're running the football. And so that didn't help any. We had a punt. The first half that didn't help any. Had a fumble right here that didn't help any. All these turned into points. But I think the Tigers continued to fight. They didn't hold their heads down. They continued to fight.
Well, scoring late in the ball game.
We went into halftime. It was 28-8. The Trojans only scored one touchdown in the second half. We scored two. Like Mike and I were talking, you take away a couple of mistakes. This could very well be the other way around here. And again, I know it sounds like, well, you're making excuses. Hey, I call a spade a spade. Bottom line is they played good. Did they play good enough to win? Obviously not. If a couple things had gone one way or the other, if Frog had wings, well, the story of that. But the Tigers are better than they're showing.
That's the new opening soundbite right there. Brett, capture that one and put that back in the opening for the next ball game.
They just are. And what's frustrating. And I've talked to fans all week. Mike, you and I were at the JV game and a ninth grade game, and we're building a program here, and the kids. We've got some mature kids. We've got some kids that need to be a little bit more mature physically, but you see some positive things happen, and we're this close. We're so this close, and you just you hate to see it, but you realize as a parent and as an adult that that's part of the life challenges, and that our time will come as long as we continue to work hard, lift weights, stay focused, get good grades, listen to the coaches, and the coaches then also respect the athlete in that, help them be there for the athlete and continue to lay out good game plans. It'll all come around to us. Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. We're not going to win a state championship in a day. Hey, we hadn't won a state championship in 45 years, so, come on. Let's give it an opportunity. Maybe 56 years. I'm not sure, but
it's been a couple.
It's been a while. So, again, I'm patient. I think the fans see it. That there's good things happening, and hopefully we can have a good 2 weeks of football, win 2 games, go in as a 4th seed, and actually surprise some folks in the playoffs.
Well, right now, just looking at our losses, Greg, there's an odd consistency. We haven't been able to get over 24 points. Looking at our wins, we scored 36 against LaGrange, 29 against Northgate. Even in the loss to Carver, we put 41 points on the board, 37 against Callaway in a win, but we can't seem to break about the mid-20s. And when we can't put that many points on the board, even though our defense may be doing a pretty good job, we're not going to be able to win the games that we want to.
Oh yeah, they say defense wins championships and offense sells tickets, but I don't know of a coach that wouldn't want to have a full house on a Friday night and get that gate money and go grow his program. So if offense wins or sells tickets, then create you an offense to sell some tickets, beef up your defense to win championships, and sounds like a formula for success right there. So whatever it takes. I mean, again, you're down to 2 games in the regular season, and you play like you're desperate, coach like you're desperate. Make sure everything is lined up. Make sure you know what your timeouts are like. Make sure you know what if you don't have any timeouts and your fast-paced offense, know where your first down marker is, and your players have got to know where they are. The coaches have got to communicate to the players between every play, remind them where you are, what's the situation. Somebody needs to be assigned to that. That's just bottom line, and that's how you put together a winning program. No coach needs to be standing on the line and say, well, that's not my job. Every coach, every play needs to have something to do to every player. That's just bottom line. Every business is run that way. You can't have somebody sitting around and say, well, I'm sorry I didn't answer the phone. I didn't know you weren't over there, Jack. Well, if you hear the phone ring, answer it.
Well, to make sure you pick up Greg's motivational book, From Mud Creek to Success, coming soon to books. You got a little rant there, but that's okay. Again, we mentioned the Tigers have fallen tonight, 35-22 to the Carrollton Trojans. 2 more ball games left of this season right now in the hopes of the playoffs. Fayette County next week, homecoming back at the stadium. That'll be a 7:30 kickoff, 7 o'clock live here on the Eagle 102. Excuse me, not Eagle 102.3. That'll be on 1240 and 96.9. So we hope you're going to join us there on Eagle Sports. We filming the band? Is that what we're doing down there?
Absolutely.
They're doing a good job.
They are doing a wonderful job.
They're no pride of Troup County Tiger Marching Band, but we didn't get to see them tonight because it was homecoming and they did their thing. Well, we're going to close things down, turn things over to our folks back at the station as they'll close things out from there. But we appreciate you joining us here tonight as the Tigers again fall to Carrollton 35-22 for Nikovia, who does such a great job of setting things up and making things happen, to Britt back at the station, keeping things rolling even when things don't work out here, to T-Bone and anybody else that's helping tonight. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
Rob Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call should be to Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. This week's featured listing is Better Than New, a spacious home on a 1.5-acre lot in the Rosemont area. Hardwood flooring, oversized family room with a huge master and a huge master bath. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014 or see the listings at robupchurchsells.com. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.